Right now it's gigantic. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it like this. Am I live right now?
Yeah, I think so.
We're back.
We're back, everyone. Yeah, looking giant.
It's Austin as the background.
Oh, that's great.
Look at my face too. I'm like looking at shit.
So anyway,
Oh god.
we were looking at the Pearl, or this is like Qatar, artificial islands they made, and it's like a ring of skyscrapers. Oh, there's two rings of skyscrapers. It's a different one.
Yeah, there's two rings. That one doesn't have anything in it, and then that center one's got even more shit in the
So
middle.
if you take your little man, you drop him in here like this, it's like, oh, there's one of the skyscrapers. There's like a whole ring of them where no air can get in.
Like, why don't I even need to go traveling? I could just go to these places, go street view, and look around. Like, oh, this place looks nice. That saved me some money.
Dude, look at the house on like the
Wait, why is it
right.
not? It's not showing up.
It's fucking crazy.
You had to stay on the main road and couldn't drive in there.
Here. There we go. Let me close this out. So here's like, it starts about here. The Pearl is what it's called.
There's one that looks like, I saw one that was looked like a giant palm tree that's somewhere else.
Yeah.
Skyscraper, 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 all in a big circle.
Holy shit, they're just building their asses off.
Oh, there's building more over there. And then over here, there's these islands that have these futuristic space houses.
Yeah, look at the one on the far
like
right,
that.
pretty much. Like the furthest north one, I guess. I didn't even see that one. It looks so fucking weird. Looks like the bottom of like a.
Looks
I want to
like
know
a
who owns
template.
this.
Because it's like,
Isola Dana 9.
Oh, I was just reading about it. It said that foreigners can actually own this land. This was made for like people from around the world to buy up shit in Qatar.
Oh, you're talking about this one. Looks like a beehive?
Yeah,
Oh, what the fuck is this?
it's fucking weird, right?
Why can't you take your little
Art
street view
project.
guy onto this road?
I'm thinking this whole road is like gated
Private.
or something.
yeah.
It's just like the next Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Island.
He actually had like an actual island. These are all like,
This one's got a boat dock put in.
They all have personal beaches, like that little flat part, like its own little beach.
Oh, yeah. That's sick.
Like these are huge, like really fucking big.
yeah, you look at the comparison to like,
I mean, you can tell it's
People-
pretty shallow. Like, you could... Is that... That's probably too deep. You couldn't walk out into it right here. But look right here. It's like underground ruins.
yeah, there's a
Single
reef right
structure.
there, and there's some other sunken stuff.
Did I ever show the video in our last podcast we did about the grid I found? don't think I
think
showed-
it didn't show up properly. That's the
Is that
issue.
one of the things we talked about?
We talked about it, but it didn't show up in the picture right. So you
Okay, let me see if I
do it
can
again.
find that. So I showed the squid before, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so, but show it again, I guess.
It's Nicaragua, I'm pretty sure. You're right about... I don't remember if it was on... Yeah, it's on Google Maps. Like right here.
It looks like a grid.
These shapes, these are like too straight. And then over here, right?
Yeah, a lot of the weird tectonic
Right
plates.
here,
are
look
like-
at this rectangle right here. Can I draw on this? How do you draw? I don't remember how I did it before. Like right here,
Yeah, it's
and
very
here, and here. There's a rectangle.
This thing's like 100 miles long, right? It's like a giant,
Thousands of miles long. It's like the whole
thousands of miles.
country of Argentina
Country.
wide.
Yeah.
So what I figured out what it was it's the GPS like zooming in.
I
Like
see. It's like a.
this is not zoomed in, this is zoomed in. So it's not like the actual.
Yeah, so normally that whole section would just be a bunch of jagged ridge lines across,
But
right?
then
Is it-
it kind of does look like ocean scratches too.
Like it took higher res pictures of that area for some reason.
Like here, it went. It's almost like a the way the computer and the GPS works or something.
It scanned a bunch of shit. Yeah,
Like,
it's
just missed a bunch of. See that
So, like,
that
a-
looks like a fault line though.
Yeah, it probably is a fault line.
Maybe that's why they scanned it. Okay, that makes sense. And there was also something like right here, this big strip.
they just didn't match it up properly.
Yeah, if it did though, then why is there like land there?
Oh.
Like right here. There's
Oh,
stuff. There's
You can see
data.
something like under there. What the hell?
Maybe it's
Ice
like
or something.
when you take a film strip and it's got the edges of the holes. Like right here, this is land, right?
Must be like summer versus winter.
This is like the proof that the Earth is flat. This is what's beyond the ice wall that they don't want you to see. And you only got a sliver of it. You got to analyze this one strip to figure out all the secrets of the universe. Extrapolate the data.
It's weird they would leave that like that.
See if you leave it. And then it just teleported me. Now I'm at National Park Ruskaya Arctica. That's the National Arctic Russian Park in Russian, Severny Island. So this is where the actual center of the world is, because that's where it teleported me to.
Fuck, we're gonna go way over there. It's the whole other side.
Oh, here's another thing. This right here. This looks like a pyramid. This right here. East of Greenland. Like a big triangle looking area with a flat top on it. But it's all underground. But if that's as high as it makes it look, then that means this is like so deep, it's deeper than the Marianas Trench. Which is here. This is the Marianas Trench, the deepest place in the ocean. See how deep this whole ridge line goes next to Japan?
Right on the edge of Japan, yeah. It's just like
Marinara Islands, like right there where Guam is, pretty much.
There's another one right here in the Philippines, but it's not as deep as this. This is deep
There's
as
one off of Puerto
fuck.
Rico that's like fucking deep as shit too.
Puerto Rico.
we were looking at a bunch of stuff before. It was like thought were like sunken spaceship kind of stuff. The government just says it's like a natural rock formation, even though it looks like something else.
More to the right over there, but it's weird that that's U.S. land.
Oh, yeah.
Strange. And it's like right off fucking coast. Right there.
Is that where they do that like crazy free diving to see how deep they can go holding their breath?
Yeah, there was a guy who held his breath for 25 minutes. World record I saw.
Fuck, really? It's crazy.
How the fuck you do that? I don't know.
Oxygenate your
Barely
blood
hold
first.
my breath.
So
Yes.
David Blaine did it.
Did just like a regular swimming pool without any prep, really.
I
Just
hear-
in there. It's like,
I don't know if I showed this. This is Deception Island, and then 5 miles east, Kraken. Oh, somebody's labeled it the Kraken.
Kraken Española.
Conquista Commerce
like a
Butcher
crack.
Shop. Just a little squid picture. If you, how do you? Thought you could rotate. Anyway, we measured the distance, and from here to there, 500, about 400 something feet. It's just the wake of the, and actually it goes all the way up to here. It's like
the wake is
500
longer
feet.
than the. How long is 500 feet? That's like
so the actual creature itself, if it's not a rock, it's about 132 feet tall. 135, something like that. Plus the tentacles
it
make
does
it
look
deeper.
like a living object, doesn't it?
Maybe like a 200-foot squid coming out of the ocean. Is there a way to hide this? Another thing I was wondering is, like, could you take all these places that nobody has claimed? Like, most
What's
of the
Deception
places...
Island? Why is that? Just like a looks like an island, but it's hollow in the center.
It looks like that boss island from, what's that game? Where you fly on the... You can jump on top of planes with your grappling hook.
Oh, Just Cause.
Yeah, just cause.
It does kind of look like it's like a big snowy Arctic mountain. Is it a volcano or something?
Probably is the top of volcano, yo. Cone part.
Like, have y'all seen some of these islands out here in the middle of fucking nowhere?
Middle of nowhere. People found those islands like way the fuck back in like the 1700s too. Imagine taking
Oh,
a
this
boat-
Just
right here.
randomly sailing around.
This is a whole continent of Zealandia that is like sunken below the surface, or the ocean's risen above it, or whatever. And New Zealand's the only part that still sticks up above it. But all this part right here is like a supercontinent, as big as Australia, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like they're joined, right? It's like a.
Yeah, Fiji, Samoa. Look, it just teleported me again. Whenever you start looking at secret stuff on Google Maps, it teleports you around.
Oh, you can't be looking at that.
Tries to get rid of you. Yeah, if you go like French Polynesia, some random place like this. Like, stop.
Those huge ass fucking mountains. Like that area is huge, right? But then it's
There's a
so
whole city out here.
small.
Like, who even fucking knew there was a city this big in the fucking middle of nowhere? Look at this. Okay, so let's take a place like the Residence Royal Palms, whatever this is. Claim this business. This is now T2's business. I own this. I agree to this. I will manage this. Like, if you went around on the map and you picked all these places that are unclaimed, which is like all of them pretty much, you just started claiming them as your own, could you use that to make money somehow?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Like, your phone would be
That's
blowing
cool
up
about that.
probably anytime somebody looks up something on Google, like, oh, this guy owns it, I'll call him. Put your actual real phone number in there. It'd be blowing your ass up. Everybody in the world be calling you.
So is this where they actually bottle that shitty water, Fiji water?
I mean, this is a
Fiji?
big island. There's like way... The Pitcairn
Tiny
Islands.
islands.
This is out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Look at this funny fucking place.
Fucking literally nowhere.
Just a piece of grass.
It's just some grass. There's like not even a mountain on that island.
No animals live in all these woods, probably. Look at it.
It
It's
doesn't look
woods.
like there's any
It's
trees out
Look
there.
at it. It's
a bunch
flat
of
and there's
grass.
trees.
Is that trees?
Let's,
It looks like a golf course
let's go
almost.
south and just find another random island out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure there's probably... That's New Zealand.
There's some like south of Australia, kind of like over there in the Indian Ocean. You're like, why the fuck is this here?
Heard Island and McDonald's Island. Just ice. Some random island. Could you just go claim it and put a flag on it and it's yours? Is that how it works? There's probably more, like, since the camera is not focused onto it, it just didn't find anything. It's just ocean water. Like, whenever
It's
you...
like-
Whenever you see the camera, like, expose a little group. Like, right here, look how small this is. Wrecka Rock. It has a name.
Cool.
Somebody's been there. Are these atolls? Yeah, these are atolls. Where the island is like water and there's a ring of land around it.
Yeah, atolls are made out of coral, right?
And there's a fucking airport on it.
Is it?
Yeah.
There were
What the
military
fuck?
bases.
Who would build an airport here? Why would you ever need to... Oh, there's fucking houses here.
There's houses here, yeah.
Somebody lives on an atoll. How do you get mail?
I bet a bunch of these have fucking like the U.S. military back in the day was like, fucking, we'll put an airport here and here and here and here. Look, this has a town on it.
How do you get a bulldozer there to make an airport?
Build it there.
Aircraft carrier or
What
something?
country is that even? Is that the fucking Micronesia or something?
Part of... I guess... French Polynesia. France owns it, maybe? Or they did. They're Bora Bora. That's a famous place. They got all kinds of shit. I mean, there's some real out in the middle of fucking nowhere ones, too.
Yeah. More to the right over there. Zoom in somewhere around here. There's like fucking.
Hangaroa. It's got roads. Farmlands.
People live here.
It's actually a pretty big island.
It's like playing Ark and sailing around. Look,
What if that new flight simulator game has all these island airports on it? It's supposed to have every airport in the world.
called like Adamstown or something. It's like in the middle of fucking.
Let's go to like Antarctica, like this fucking island. Is this anything?
Peter Island.
Pretty high res. Look at that. I'm zooming way in. It's still sharp and defined.
Oh wow! Why did they
Updated.
pay so much attention to Antarctica recently?
Oh, I didn't show the thing from, what was it? The heat map?
Yeah, it was heat map or the Fitbit map.
Yeah, your friends was wanting to see all this shit. Strava Global Heat Map. Here we go. This is the world on drugs. Basically, you use a Fitbit and it tracks your movements and it records it. And this is like a heat map showing like the hotter it is, the more times people have traveled over here. So you go over here to Saudi Arabia, which is exactly where in here? Somewhere. Where's like
South.
it's a standard map. It's got labels. Okay, that's Romania.
You gotta go more south, right? South of Syria.
Azerbaijan.
Damn, so you can see where everyone's fucking been.
Iraq. Where do we have like the wars going on right now? Afghanistan?
Or Syria, I guess.
Afghanistan. Okay, so this is Afghanistan. Where's Iraq? Right here.
Might be a little bit more, but yeah.
So let's do the dark mode. So not a lot of people in Afghanistan using Fitbits. And there's like underground bases that they found using this. Like there's no roads there, but you see stuff like, and that might be on a city. I don't know where this was. I can't really point this out. But apparently, in the Middle East, they found a bunch of secret bases.
Yeah,
But if you go to Antarctica, you'll see stuff. I don't know what that is. Unless they've changed it.
Unless they've changed it, because it seems pretty dark now.
Every time I point it out. Wait. Let's see. What mode were we on last time? Hot? Dark?
Hot. There's one tiny
It
little.
looks like somebody climbed a mountain and they did a bunch of switchbacks, so that looks legit.
Yeah.
Um,
Props to people who can actually fucking climb some of those big ass mountains.
You do. See if you can find this place. What I just linked.
hang on, they better not have deleted this, cause this will make me mad.
Someone's little running path.
There's a few little ones that were like camp, or like they walked around their camp. Oh, there's up there.
I could probably find it just by looking at the mountain shapes. I remember it was south of this thing, I think. It's like a trapezoid. So if you Google it, I'm sure you can just find it.
Yeah, look. The left, these ones, right?
Yeah, this one. It's shaped like that. Yeah, there's a big circle one too. We found the big circle, C-shaped one. What was it called? There was like a big bunch of tents that they had out there
Yeah,
that
there was a bunch of tents there, and then.
but it kind of looked fake, like maybe they threw that up there to explain the trapezoidal base. Because above ground, there you couldn't see shit. Oh, that's the Pentagon.
So who the fuck's going to walk around? Unless you're riding something. Snowmobiles or something. There's a few of these like obviously kind of look fake because they're.
I didn't think that many people used Fitbits.
Pretty popular.
I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like it's been removed.
Been removed.
Like now there's a cookies thing here or something.
Hybrid.
I remember that shit though. Like, you could like see like underground and shit.
Because I remember before there was all sorts of shit all over the fucking Antarctica, wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't remember this stuff being here either.
It's so dark, can't even make out what it is.
Like, the way they draw maps is weird, too. Like, Antarctica is shaped like a circle, but we're seeing it all stretched out.
Yeah.
Like, if you see, like, somebody cross the Antarctic or whatever, you get a picture of Antarctica, like here. Crossing Antarctica, they actually go from, like, here to here or something. They just go, like, a little section of it. They don't go, like, across the whole thing. They get, like, a little section. They say they crossed Antarctica. They transversed it.
It's like, the issue there is you get all these ice crevasses and, like, different times of the year you get, like, different kinds of weather. And you can't, like, even cross it properly. Fuck. The place looks kind of magical in a way, but fuck that. Like, you know how cold it's gonna be and that shit?
Is that the place right there? That looks like it. Where's like a regular map? Give me the regular map again. Oh, I didn't show the palace. Oh, here's like the Palms Islands that they made.
Yeah,
This one's like got shit on it. Like, oh man, they've added a lot of houses to the Palm. This is the Emirates Palace, and you got this Royal Road. It starts right here. It's all these patterns. There's like looks like a bee, and then you come through this big looking mosque arch, and then you got all these patterns on the side of the road. Looks like a tennis court every 5 feet. And then whatever this is, bunch of extra. This is probably the servants' quarters with the fucking tennis courts or whatever. And then you get to this crazy hedgerows. I guess this is like. And then there's some purple stuff. Looks like some alien ships have landed there.
And they look giant compared to, like, they're bigger than those trees. So, like, what are they? Like, are they just tents or something? For
It's like a huge open pavilion, and then you got the actual palace of the king of the United Arab Emirates, which we consider like a small country, and this is like outlandish. For it's got a Starbucks.
Guy owns like the entire area.
Temporarily closed Starbucks. Ministry of Presidential Affairs.
It's like their fucking like Capitol building then, basically.
You got it, Starbucks in their Capitol building.
This shows you kind of inside view of it.
Yeah, everything's pristine. It's all made out of like white marble and stuff. Glowing fountains outside.
That's pretty pimp. That's even better than that Russian place where.
Holy shit! Everything is immaculate, like perfectly cleaned.
Have you ever seen the video of Putin inauguration? This is so weird.
I think the guy is doing a slow.
Like when Putin starts doing his walk.
Look at those goddamn chandeliers. Fuck.
Set and ready.
He's at his office, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's time to go. He's not even at the place yet. He's got a. They film him driving there and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, check this out.
It's like, hold on, I was busy doing work. Let me go get.
He's got a camera watching him. He's gonna like walk down. He's gonna like stop and check out some paintings on the way.
Yeah, the Putin walk where he's like do 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 do. Start doing it in a minute.
He's like, oh yes, I remember this painting. He
Probably walks that office like every day. He doesn't. He's like, he's to look at the.
Gotta remember the history. It's on TV.
Remember where you came from.
Got an interview with Fox News. So then he gets in his car. All right. He drives. He's riding shotgun. Was that he getting that shot?
He's not driving. Someone else is driving him.
Usually you get in the back of a limo. He's like, no, riding shotgun. I'm on TV. Gonna look cool. Now these guys here, They all look like clones. They look like identical, and they tilt their head in this weird alien way to like follow him as he walks up these stairs.
Not actually make eye contact with them. They don't look like they're actually making eye contact.
Hold their guns
Oh
slightly
my God,
out.
so weird. What the fuck?
Yeah, like toy soldier looking hats too. They're real freaky.
I've seen this same thing, but a meme, and someone played like Russian music where do 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 do.
You have to
As
be
he
5
slowly
foot
walks through this entire
8.3.
place.
Why is it just him? Like, why is it just him walking around? Just
There's
fucking
no
weird.
guards or nothing.
Nothing.
It makes him look more stronger, I guess.
He's a strong leader, doesn't
Solo.
need guards. These are his guards, right? Oh, look at them, like,
Fuck.
kind of weird look on their face, like they're
Like they have contempt for him.
contempt for him, yeah.
Like you're a tiny ant to us. We have this
Walking
gun.
with like a little bit of a limp, pimp limp.
Now I'm assuming this room he's entering is not real gold. It's like gold paint.
Might be
Cause
real. They used to have them.
Papa, look at the fucking doors, the giant gold doors.
Golden doors. They're, yeah, everyone's just giving them a round of applause. Everyone there's so formal. There's like nobody who's wearing anything that's kind of like revealing or sexy.
Everybody in this
Somewhere
room
just-
is probably like the people you're talking about in Vegas. They're buying $4,000 shirts. Each one of these people probably has a $4,000 shirt.
There's no young people there. It's all like middle-aged, older. Like, oh wow, thank you. Oh my, yo me. Thank you.
Nobody is using their phone correctly, holding it sideways.
What is this place? Why is he doing laps inside of this packed fucking place?
Golden chandeliers. He's got a camera set up there to capture the chandeliers.
It's his inauguration though. That every president will just walk through this like grandioso place. Like,
Is this inside like Red Square or something, or whatever it's called?
Moscow, right?
Yeah.
there was a guy who went into one of these churches, Moscow, and was playing like Pokemon Go.
Oh, that can't be
And
real
they-
gold. It would be too heavy, right? There's not enough
Yeah,
gold in the
gold.
world to make all that shit out of solid gold.
It's either gold plated or it's probably not fake because of how things go in other countries.
I'm assuming it's like a high gloss paint, metallic. Probably Color Place from Walmart.
That's all the gold they stole from the Jews during like World War II.
Which has a gold dress.
I think so.
I wonder if they've carved those filigrees or whatever on the walls like by hand, or if it's like mass-produced plastic.
It's probably by hand. They've done long
Look at that
time.
guy wearing a hat. It's like,
That guy just graduated high
I
school.
know,
Look
that's
at
what I was
him.
gonna say. He's wearing like fucking college graduation uniform. What the fuck?
I guess the rest of it is pretty boring. I haven't really watched it. I just noticed that. Oh, this is where he leaves.
God, look at that. Those aren't no gold too, are they?
Look at this fucking thing.
Jeez.
There's a depiction of the angel bestowing the knowledge upon the Mormons, Joseph Smith.
Kind of reminds me of fucking Caesar's Palace in Vegas. Like when I was walking around in there, it's fucking crazy.
Have you seen Astana, Kazakhstan?
Oh yeah, I remember that. That city they built was fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, like this was farmland in like 1987. And then it has all these
Yeah, when I think
weird
of
things.
Kazakhstan, I always think of like some backwater, like
Think of that movie, Borat.
Yeah. from Borat, and
This
then you
is,
see this and it's like, holy shit.
There's a lot of Templar or like Freemason connections, similar to the
Holy
airport
sh-
in
What in
Denver.
the fuck? This looks so different from what I'm used to around here.
It's like a pyramid of glass, like the Louvre kind of back there. And then there's these weird pillars, and there's this ball thing. And then there's like this thing you put your hand in, right here.
But he's touching that, so you like make sure wash your hands.
Quaid.
That's how you
Quaid.
send a signal to Sigma Epsilon 4. Summons the aliens.
Fucking Total Recall.
Fish bridge.
Fish bridge,
Is
what?
that an Infinifish? Infinitely long fish bridge. That's a replica of the Taj Mahal. I think they just recreated.
Yep, I think so.
Looks like I guess it's a mosque.
Islamic mosque.
It's like brass they're using.
There's a replica of Luxor.
Palace of Peace and Reconciliation.
I feel like there needs to be a new Indiana Jones movie.
Yeah, they kind of ruined it with the Crystal Skull one, I think.
There's an I Heart Stella Expo Center.
That's a big old ball. What the hell? Is that like you can go inside of that?
Yeah, this was all just dirt. Cow pasture, like 1987.
This is a picture of some random chick trying to club.
Is there a comparison like before and after?
It's like China though too. They built like
Yeah, here we go.
shit tons of cities.
That's what it looked like.
It wasn't even in the 80s. This is 2003.
Just dirt. Some trees.
What? Make that picture bigger, because it's like.
I don't think I can.
That just is the size of it.
I think I know it. Is that exactly the same spot, or is it just moved? Just
Don't
seems
know.
absurd. There's just nothing there, and they just like they built all this shit. No wonder metal, steel, and wood prices are going through the roof. All these other countries are like popping off, building everything. There's not enough to go around.
Showpiece capital.
Kazakhstan's showpiece capital.
Who do they show off a capital city to?
Your enemies come
Like
raid
if
us.
you're a company, you have like a show, like the best Ford Lightning. Like here's our showpiece car or something. But like if you're a country, who the fuck are you trying to impress? Other countries?
Guess
Want
you're trying to
people
look
from
like
other countries to move there?
What's bigger than a country? Alien race or something?
they're buying those $4,000.
Oh
shirts.
man, what if? Okay, here's an idea. What if aliens came to Earth? Let me turn this off. Get your cameras back on. Okay, aliens come to Earth. They say we've got this planet. We want to take humans there, and there's not enough room for everybody. We can't have all of your cultures. We need you to show us off. Like build the best thing you can build, and whoever has the coolest design gets to come to this planet with us.
It's a competition.
Yeah, so they have a showcase capital city. That's why China has all these big empty cities full of like skyscrapers and shit. It's like they're not want to put people there. It's just like a demo for the aliens. It's like whoever presses the aliens gets to go to Epsilon 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good idea for a movie or a book, by the way. I just came up with it out of nowhere.
I wonder if it's like Stephen King's kind of universe, like the aliens came out of the in-between zone or something. They were like, okay, we're like... Because when you watch any kind of fantasy stuff, there's always like an exiled race. Well, I always got that. The Draenei are like the exiled ones. And then orcs are exiled, like Azeroth. But those are very clearly defined, oh, you're not of the same species of me. So if there's any aliens here living amongst us, they'd have to be like... I don't know, they always seem like... I always see the rich people seem like to be aliens to me. They're like so disconnected from society and they look weird and... You know what I mean?
What was I going to look at before I got sidetracked on the palace? Because there's something I was looking at.
We're looking at palaces. Was that...
Did I show the island? Right, showed the little island. There was something else.
Can you find Jeffrey Epstein's island on fucking Google Earth?
I don't know where it is,
Probably
but I'm sure it can.
Probably blurred out now.
The Burj Dubai. We've talked about that before, right? Tallest.
Oh yeah, that's
building.
the other thing I wanted you to look up. I don't know if there's
They
any
built
way
another
of...
one, T2. Did you know that? In Saudi Arabia.
Another Burj?
Jeez.
A bigger one.
Bigger
yeah.
one? Oh
Yep.
my god. We gotta push the ante, guys. We gotta make an even bigger one.
I know, like up here in Russia. Severodvinsk.
It's gonna be called the Jeddah Tower. It's under construction.
You can see these submarines under construction right here. It's pretty cool. Nuclear subs. Keep an eye on the Ruskies. I don't know how old this photo is, but here's like missile launch tubes. What do I look for?
So, I don't know.
What was the name of that biggest mine you said earlier? Is that Australia?
Boddington was one of them, right?
Boddington. Shoot.
2 mines.
That's the gold
That's a
mine.
big old mine. Goddamn.
What was the one that had the city next to it?
We looked at that one already, right? That was in the red area.
It was Fimiston. Fimiston.
Super pit. Bam! Look at that.
The deep old mine. Look at there's like
How do you
giant
drive out of
trucks.
that thing? You drive up on the fucking ledges?
I guess, would you have to go
Yeah,
like around
road
and
is
round and round
regulation.
and round and round until eventually you get to the top?
Yep.
Oh my god, how much gas would you be using? That's so crazy.
And they use giant dump trucks, right? Like, look at the picture.
Well, I
if
guess
you left
eventually
the
you
photo.
would do this. You go up here, this road, and this
Oh, there's a
road.
photo, yeah.
There's a
You on the
shorter.
left?
Photo. Click on the photos, D2,
156
to your left.
This?
Down, no, down below. See giant dump truck.
Fucking huge ass dump trucks.
How big are those fucking
That's
dump
bigger
trucks?
than a D12 dozer.
Holy shit.
I've seen what's that show where the ice road truckers? They have like a load of just like one tire dump truck. It's so big for the diamond.
Look how big. Yeah, look how big that fucking the entrance to that dump truck.
Scoop a lot of dead bodies with that.
Yeah. Just dump all the bodies into the. What do they do with these big open pits? That they just like fill them back up when they're done?
Yeah, just fucking leave them when they're
People's
done.
got way too much money.
Yeah, these fucking
All
dump
this
trucks
shit
are
for some
huge.
gold. It's
Yeah.
fucking weird.
They're doing all of this for just a little bit of gold.
Yeah, like is this a gold mine?
It is gold
That's a-
mine, yeah.
But like all the gold that's ever been mined in the world could fit into like a gymnasium, right?
Yep.
So
Don't we have
did
gold in, like,
y'all find
everything
any
now?
gold in this mine at all? Like, what did y'all have like a fucking watch or something when
Found, like,
they did all this to get
I
a?
think it said 390 tons or something is what they
Out of
found, something
this?
Like that. Yeah.
Well, how much is that? You can fit that much in a gymnasium?
It's probably like the size of a school bus or something.
Gold's extremely light, right? Even like a
No, it's
bar of
extremely heavy.
gold. Oh, it's extremely heavy.
So all this for a school bus worth of gold.
Probably not
Yeah.
even that, to be honest.
Probably less than that, right? What about the biggest gold mine in Africa? Isn't that like, we already looked at that, but I remember there being like, they don't have an open pit mine. They send people like deep underground, and it's so hot down there that people can only like work for 2 hours at a time, or you die of heat exhaustion.
South Africa. Because wasn't there like
I
basalt?
think it's that one, yeah.
Mapone? That doesn't look that big.
Yeah, look at that fucking giant. Jesus, look at that one, fucking right below that. Fucking hell.
Phoenicia, Mapone.
Pretoria.
I don't think we did this. Search this area. No, I'm gonna search it for quarry. Motherfucker,
different.
doxing myself every time I try to make a podcast.
Yeah, quarries are different from like gold mines.
Yeah, cores are different.
It's like they're
Cores
just
are usually from actually
extracting
quarrying
the
like
fuck out of
stone.
shit, yeah.
Lesotho. Search this area. I typed mine, motherfucker. It's not working.
Might have to go into like some sort of mode.
I hate fucking Google, dude. I'm gonna get killed because of it. Alright, ShopRite checkers. What? What is this?
Checkers. What the hell?
Can I claim this as my own? What is this bottom shit that just came out of nowhere? Get out of here.
It's when you clicked on it, so it's like...
You should, like, search for iron ore mine in Australia. Those fucking huge ass ones.
I think there was a uranium mine. We saw gypsum. Oh, that sounds familiar. Afrimat. None of these are mines. Why is it not? Basalt mine, Africa. Nope.
Tanzania. Gotta check it.
Gypsum. School Street. What? School
Just
Street with a K? K-O. Oh, we're not very smart here. That's why we need the school.
School. Oh man.
What was the... We looked at the iron mine on the other stream, right? Man, what was it I was going to look at? We looked at the
Look at the
Antarctica
big ass
stuff.
desert that's in China.
Somebody rewind the stream, see what I was going to look at before we went to the palace.
One thing, T2, not T2, Flygem, you were talking about the tracing. There was able to see the stuff under the jungle. Maybe T2 could look something like that
LiDAR?
up. LiDAR, yeah. It looked pretty cool. Like they found whole civilizations and like roads they didn't even know were there. Overgrown temples and shit that's been there for thousands of years.
Oh, they're building like a new city in Cairo. Like, go to the right there, T2. Zoom out a little bit. Like, keep going to the right. New
Uptown
Cairo
Cairo?
City. That fucking thing is crazy.
New Cairo?
Yeah, like they're building an entire city just from fucking
Oh
nothing.
my god, it looks like a bunch of...
It's fucking weird.
Investor
It's all
area, industrial
pre-planned.
zone.
Yet again, it's like... It's just a big fucking desert. Why do you always want to live here?
Like, when you make a new city, right? Like, all the cities that have been planned out up until now, before that video game came out that you can plan cities on. What was that called? City Planner?
City planner, city builder.
I saw somebody playing it where you could, like, design, like, the roads and where everything's placed to make it, like, the most efficient. Before that came out, everything was just designed by dumbasses, I'm assuming. People that have, like, architectural degrees. But now that we have this way to, like, do it with computers and make it all super efficient, I feel like we should just, like, bulldoze everything and rebuild it
That's
more
basically what this is,
efficiently.
T2. That's exactly
Looks
what
like
you're looking at.
everything's super efficient
I
here.
was reading about this shit. Like, they're like, Cairo's just fucked. All the roads are like fucking 2,000 years old. Everything's just not designed for shit. So we're just gonna build a whole new city. So then
Oh,
they
so once
design-
everybody gets this done, they're all going to move out of the old one and move into this one. Just
pretty much
bulldoze
exactly,
the
yeah.
old one.
Like, if you go actually zoom in, like in Cairo, look at
Cairo,
the
it just
Oh,
looks
yeah,
like-
that's fucked.
Oh, Jesus.
It's
This
just
looks
like-
like a shit show.
It's like ancient Rome.
Exactly.
Look at this.
Yeah,
There's
what
not
it
even
was.
a road between these houses.
There's not even like a
It's like
place
Adobe
to
huts.
drive. Yeah.
So that's like a planned city versus what's called an unplanned city. A lot of the old like world cities are.
It looks like here they started planning, but then it's like we ain't got enough room. We need to make a whole new
And it went to
city.
shit again, yeah.
Yep.
It's like
cities
if
built
you
past,
look
like,
at
100 years of
like
plans.
Oklahoma, Nebraska versus like where I live. I live in like a city that's, or Lexington was like a city that's shaped like a wheel.
Yep.
So you got a center and everything has like
It's kind of as it built out, they needed. Yep.
Yeah, like this has got nothing. This is like
Yeah.
path of least resistance, like whatever you need at the exact time you built
That
it.
time, and then they just never updated it.
It's either grids or circles now. Where are all these? What the fuck, dude?
It's just a clusterfuck.
Look
It
at
looks
these
like
farms, just like strips of rectangles. It's like you go to the fabric store and you look at sheets of.
well, if you look at America, it looks like that too in certain spots.
Yeah, parts of it. If you look at it, this is all on the marshland.
Kind of looks like brain cells, dude. Zoom out.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah, if you go to
neurons
India,
interact.
the whole fucking thing looks like this, dude. Like, there's just these random towns that are like between fucking
I
landscapes.
wanted to see the pyramids. Where's the pyramids?
They're right next
Where
to
are the
town.
pyramids anyway?
It should be like right in here in Giza. Sphinx Airport. Oh, here we go.
Let's just look it up.
There's one right there, Giza Necropolis.
Oh, that one. Acropolis. It's like a...
There we go. Can,
It rise out of the
In
ground.
town, basically.
can you see it from like inside the city?
This place looks like a shit show.
Look at that. I'm sure that's a nice car under there. Remember we found Santa Claus in Japan that time? What was going on there? They're there.
Here's the pyramids.
I guess there's like a pizza
There's a
hut
Sphinx.
really close by to this where you could
Sphinx.
just like look out of the window and there's a fucking, you could just see the pyramid while eating pizza.
Are they walking down an area that's like old stone blocks that are like 1,000 years old or something?
Have y'all seen the guy on YouTube that's like, he goes to these places and like he tries to like, the people that are selling shit just annoy the crap out of him and he fucks with them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like they try to like take him places and like, oh, this is my brother's shop. You need to buy some stuff here, buy some shirts. And shit. He just like acts like he's going to, and he fucks off and leaves. Can't remember his name. It was funny though.
It is funny. 'Cause I kind of do that to people. A lot of people think like I'm a complete moron when I go, oh yeah, have a look at this, and then I just fuck off.
These things
How
are
come they
fucking
haven't
huge,
like
dude.
restoration? Oh my god, look how big the pyramid is compared to.
Yeah. Imagine they built
It does seem like a big feat of strength for ancient people to fucking
Yeah.
manage that. Where we got all this technology and people can't be bothered to like.
I don't
Look at
think
these
it's
rear view
road.
mirrors. I mean, this is what I'm fascinated with. Holy shit!
The fuck? Why is there a bus driving right there anyway? Like, what the fuck?
It's travelers come look at the pyramid, I guess.
Fame horse trying to get on Google Maps. It was like
The thing
one
I
of
just don't
those-
really understand is if the
Oh.
pyramids are supposed to be like your pride and joy and all this shit, why wouldn't you like try to restore them in some way?
You can see how much difference the capstone is, like the thickness of it there.
Yeah, it's called just.
Yeah,
As
I
if
don't
it-
think we could even build a pyramid like that today with modern technology because there would be too many like labor laws that are like, you can't do that. You can't have slaves. You can't. Oh, that person
China
died?
could probably
Oh,
do it, but it
shut
would probably
down.
be shit quality and fall apart. in
That's
2
why
years.
we'll never be great. Need Donald Trump to make slavery great again.
I mean, we're already slaves, basically. Everyone's a debt slave nowadays. But we're no like we got so. The issue that I see nowadays is we got too many people that don't have any skills. Back in the days where you lived out here 2,000 years ago, it was only like the strongest people survived, right? More or less, unless you were
The
being
precision
coddled.
the precision
Yeah,
they designed the pyramids is fucking just crazy, dude.
When have you ever seen Google Maps Street View where, like, normally you'll see a car driving ahead of you, now you can see, like, a fucking dude walking, like, he's, like, animated. Click,
Google
he's, like,
Maps
taking a
person
step.
is
Look at
walking.
this guy in a purple shirt. Watch this
Keep
guy in
moving
white.
farther away from you.
It's like he's dancing.
I bet the Google Maps person, T2, is actually walking. Like, I've seen that before where they have like, a backpack with a camera on it.
Or they're on a camel.
Yeah, maybe.
What do you got under
Is this?
there, bud?
It looks like a camel,
Might be
maybe.
actually a camel, dude. He's like high up, kind of.
Yeah, you can't. Like, is it a drone or something?
He has like the camel fucking wrangler.
Looks like there's shit and piss all over the ground in that one spot. Camel just took a dump.
See if we can find a road that's slightly farther away. Like here. Oh, it's a guy.
Oh, it is a person.
He's holding a stick.
Is that a knife or what is that?
He's wearing Calvin Klein.
Fucking awesome.
It looks like me. Jesus Christ.
It does look like you. He's a little
Oh
fatter.
wow.
It's like
Fatter.
holding his takar or something.
Is that just
Qatar.
garbage littering, or is that rocks and like random bullshit everywhere?
Probably toilet paper. Indian street turds everywhere.
Yeah, they just shit everywhere. So each one of those white things is toilet paper.
Which way is the road? This way?
It's not even a road here. It's like, welcome to the wasteland.
Imagine seeing that shit like way back in the day when like if you've never seen anything that was like man-made. Just these giant ass fucking pyramids.
Like, you don't get sand without ocean, right? Does that mean Egypt was all underwater at one point?
Probably.
They think it was a forest before. The Romans burnt. The Romans attacked Egypt and like burnt most of their areas down.
A lot of like because there's the river delta from the Nile River. It's fucking absolutely huge. Like if you go to the Google Maps, anywhere that's like green.
Oh yeah, can you go to the source of that? Go to like where it comes from the mountains. It's like supposed to be a giant fucking waterfall, and it's like.
This guy's like, will you buy my hat, please? Please buy my hat. I want your Google camera. You would like to make a trade? Where's I just at with the hot chick's ass?
My uncle went to Egypt and he's like, it was fucking horrible. Everyone was trying to sell him shit.
Yeah.
Like, it smelled like ass basically everywhere.
I don't blame him. It looks like this desert area just looks like it's people have been treating it as a big toilet. It like makes me feel like in Canada here we care about our monuments. They're like immaculate. There's no garbage anywhere or whatever. How much money would it take for them just to take like something that just sifts all the garbage out of the fucking sand? I think we have that on our beaches here.
Just
Do
see
that,
the
make the place
picture
look
of
nicer.
what was that beach in India they cleaned up? It was on Reddit.
Oh, and there was like a shitload of garbage.
Like Venice Beach, California. Shit
Oh
ton of
god.
homeless
Was it before and after? Oh, what the fuck?
people. Oh, this shit.
Venice-
Yeah, the cleanup shit. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like a big
that's the one
thing.
I saw.
Trash tag.
Ugh.
I don't know if it's like flows in from the ocean or the
That's India, dude. India's just
Ganges.
shithole, dude.
Just
India's
the water level goes up and all the trash gets deposited there, or just people don't give a shit. Just start.
There's shit everywhere on the street. 60% of India's shit's outdoors still. Public defecation.
You be taking a bath in
60%?
the Ganges and the dead bodies float by.
Yeah.
Go to Google Earth and look at the Ganges. See if you can see any fucking just how clogged it up of garbage it is. Or does it go to like I don't know? Where's it cross through a big capital city or something? Holy shit! That's a cool looking castle area.
We have to now see some dead bodies.
That
up
already
here.
looks like nasty water.
Yeah, that's what they're taking a bath in. Or that place in
Using
China
rubber
where they would
gloves
like
to
dip the
fish.
oil out of the sewers and like cook it.
Oh yeah, they're cooking
Oh,
with
yeah.
oil that's not cooking oil. Yeah. Maybe if you go to like the river delta, you'd see the most.
Where's this picture at? What city is this?
Doesn't say. Oh, here it is.
Mumadtaki?
The population density, especially in India, is like, is it worse than
Are these?
Africa?
These can't all be cities. What are all these districts or something?
I don't know.
So if I type in Mumadtaki autos.
There's quite a few ones that choose from.
What do you mean you can't find it? It was just there. You just showed it.
India's fucking crazy though. Like zoom in more on that shit. Like up in the north
Is this the
side of
Ganges?
it. It's just
That's the Gagara.
it's more on the left side.
Ganges.
India looks like they've, with their roads, like everywhere you could possibly go, they've built something.
Yeah, literally every square inch of everything has fucking either farmland on it or a fucking shitty ass city. There's like
This
towns
is their
that
big
are
sacred
every
river, the
fucking
Ganges.
way.
Like, where is it? I've seen pictures of how nasty it can be. I don't know. Like, yeah, there's a guy right there, shoveling
Right
garbage.
here, where is this located?
Sacred land.
There's like dead cows and shit floating in it all the time.
Dead cows, yeah, because it's like they don't even eat cows, right? They wouldn't solve like a huge food crisis if they just ate cows.
Welcome to India, my friend.
Whenever I see like red candles floating in water or something like that, it reminds me of those Mothman eggs from Fallout 76.
Yeah. Ganges River. Yeah, they're burning the dead bodies on the beaches, and then they just like dump them in the river and like.
Y'all remember
"Bye."
the dirt cookies?
Oh yeah, the Haitian dirt cookies, dude.
Ew!
They
Oh,
look
people
good
actually
though. I
eat
eat this
them.
shit. Yeah,
Younger girls.
put some little sugar in that.
Fucking look how
Eating
old this
dirt
video is,
cookies
T2.
to survive. Oh.
2009.
Ah.
They're hard to swallow
Oh, look at that. That lady doesn't look like it's a good. She's like.
because the cookies are.
I linked the video in the chat, T2. You should watch it. It's really good.
It fills your
Fucking-
stomach. When we
some
haven't
guy
eaten
is, like,
anything,
repairing a car
this
battery in
cookie
India.
fills your stomach.
It's just like, fuck it, there's lead everywhere. I don't care.
Some of that sweet dirt in there.
Here in the
Oh Jesus! This is like.
Look, guys, this ain't normal dirt, like soil. This is the creme de la creme of dirt.
It doesn't look like real good dirt.
That is high quality, finest dirt in all the land that they put in here. Smooth like butter.
Remember when they're spreading it on the ground and like, yeah,
It's just that dirt people. They're eating dirt.
First, they have people play soccer and basketball on it to get that dirt smooth, these silky smooth. Like,
Wait, they're all starving to death, and they're like, "Ah, we'll just cook some dirt."
through the fucking river.
Yeah.
Whatever, that little creek.
they do put like sugar in it, right, or something like that. Sprinkle some spices or something in it.
area where the cookies are laid out to dry out in the sun. You can see that these are
Yo, that's 50 Cent worth of cookie you just broke off her.
But this is literally dirt being prepared for humans to eat on top of other dirt and
Made of dirt. It says below. It says cookies are made of dirt, butter, and salt.
The grandmother sat mixing
I mean, if you were putting beans on top of it, using like a tortilla, would that be better?
income.
But they're not eating beans. Like, how are they even staying alive? That's all they're eating is cookies.
It's a necessary
Fills your stomach. Didn't you hear what she said?
and that's why
Yeah, but you.
It goes through your digestive tract. You suck out whatever nutrients in there. That boy is trying to get him some nipple through the shirt. Let's back it up. Look at this boy trying to get that. Yeah.
And the girl was like,
You on
"This one
TV,
is-
bitch?
no choice. We're forced to eat it.
She's like trying to pinch the milk out. We're like, we gotta eat something,
Get off
baby.
your ass. You need some dirt, kid.
But not the way it would to anybody who's not.
Everyone's helping.
Our
They got.
systems
Well, some of them have gloves on, right?
Kid's like, Mama, your milk tastes like dirt.
Sold at an enormous markup to the winner.
You gotta stop
Pay
eating
about
dirt.
$5
Where are
a
they getting the
sack.
dirt? Like, why are they bringing
They say it
sacks
comes
of
from
dirt
an
in?
area in the mountains.
Yeah, what do you need a sack? It's right there on the ground.
Is rich
You dumb bitch. Dirt's everywhere.
And if they don't have the money, they're happy.
They breaking them up by hand. They don't even have like a rock to smash
So
the dirt
much
clods with.
cookies, though, dude. You can get.
Cookies can't dry out.
Look how many cookies there are.
They end
Look at that
up
dirt, though.
owing money on
That
the
is some
dirt.
good ass dirt.
Not a drop of battery. Throughout
That's like
seen in urban markets,
Southern Creole cooking dirt.
we rarely saw adults eating the cookies.
That bag looked like it cost more than a dirt cookie. Well, you can sell that bag.
Get that shit out of my face.
Before freely.
Like, yeah, get me on camera eating this
UN's
dirt.
humanitarian coordinator in Haiti says
I
We
watched
out
this
here
other video
eating this
where
dirt, yo.
they started shipping
failure and waste.
like
The 5
stuff that would normally get turned into dog food. They were shipping to these
food too
African
expensive
countries, and the lady was like,
on about a
"What are you?
dollar a
There's
day.
these give the talking about how oh my, I'll start to see if I try to find."
Turning dirt into money, though. Should buy real food.
25% of the children are
Guess so, but-
malnourished. These are the same indicators as in sub-Saharan Africa.
Pregnant women have long
They managed to keep them alive, at least, I guess, but
calcium
fuck.
and antacid benefits. But
I want to hear like Dave
doctors
Chappelle
and warn
riff on this.
constipation and worse. The United States ambassador to Haiti has taken
They just let it bake out in the sun? They don't have a place to cook it?
on the cookies.
Have some pancake syrup on it. Maybe butter, gravy. Some in the gravy category. Why is there
Look
one
at
eye?
the ambassador
Wait,
lady's like her eyes all fucked up, but she's fat as fuck.
What the fuck?
Since the UN arrived in
Get
Haiti
some of
in
those cookies.
2006 as
She's
peacekeepers,
cross-eyed and lazy-eyed at the
nutrition
same time.
has improved in pockets.
We gotta stop these poor people from
They
eating all
got
these
tomatoes.
cookies.
Put some marinara sauce on them dirt
Hundreds of
cookies.
kids starting another school day in City Soleil as the Haitian flag is raised
will be reduced.
My strange
to
addiction, I
eating
eat dirt cookies.
This despite
Well, you think about like grain. You grow it in the ground and it pulls nutrients out of the dirt.
Despite
This is just making. It's just extra steps.
80 out of
Just
100.
fast
Why
track.
have
problem is-
grain and vegetables when you can just eat the dirt straight up?
The future is bleak for these kids without
I guess so, but then like the issue with that is like it's contamination in the soil.
What do the comments say, T2?
Reporting in City Soleil, Haiti. This is Benno Schmidt for World.
I'm gonna step over this open sewer to get to the cookies. Proceeds to step over sewer, then track his shoes onto the sheet that villagers lay their dirt cookies on. It's just gonna be more dirt. Are you worried about getting dirt on your dirt cookie?
He's like, goddamn, they don't even look like they're boiling it or making like a mash or cooking it at all. They're just add some water to it.
Do you drop your dirt cookie on the ground and be like, oh, it's ruined, throw it away? It's where it came from, dude. It's like I wonder about these survival shows. Like they're out there starving for like 14 days, and then you get a mouse and they cook him up. Like, do they ever drop that in the dirt and be like, can't eat this now?
Makes me wonder because there's people here starving to death. But every time I go to Kelowna, I walk down the street and there's always a fat guy there, like really morbidly obese, with a sign saying "poor, hungry." And I'm like, motherfucker, you could last for like a month without eating. Fuck off.
What were we going to look at before? I still don't remember. Oh, we can look at the,
You can see how big the garbage patch has gotten.
what's that mountain? Tallest mountain in the world?
Kilimanjaro.
Himalaya,
Shasta.
Mount Everest, whatever, right? There's another one that's bigger than that, right?
Mount Everest. Yeah, look how deep this 3D makes it look. So that's the
Big
peak,
shadow.
right? Look how far you would
A low
fall
point.
if you fell.
How do you?
Probably
Oh, there's
street view here, T2.
Do what?
It's probably street view on Everest.
I think there is.
No, right here.
There's some like over there. Is that
that's
them
amazing.
looking at Mount Everest?
Is that it?
Yeah,
Or is it that?
that's it. That's probably that one.
That one there. God, there's like fucking nothing up here. There's
Dead
like some
bodies
good
up
quality
there.
dirt for their dirt cookies up here though. Look, everyone's already gotten stepped on it and pushed it down. Oh god, I didn't even know the dirt cookie thing. Like I was thinking about like how do these people survive in these countries if there's not they're eating the dirt. Okay.
It makes sense in an odd way, though. That's
It's
where
fiber.
vegetables get their nutrients from, is from the dirt. It's extra steps.
But we're not vegetable people though.
Oh, shit.
A lot of the times I think the people would get like, parasites from that, right? Because they're not even really cooking it. It's just
So many people summiting now, it's just like, you can't even get up there by yourself to even take a picture.
Fast track.
I guess it's
Can't
safer
backtrack.
because you can't die with that many people that could just, like...
no, it's not safer. There's supposed to be a whole bunch of mass graves up there where people froze to death.
I mean, you could just grab onto somebody and have a chain of humans if there's that many people.
Yeah, but then if someone falls, you're taking everyone with you.
Nah, somebody be gripping on at some point. It's like when you raid Hogger with a bunch of level 1, you'll eventually... Well, I guess people do die doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a good example, but...
You might win, but someone will make.
This asshole. Have y'all seen that rock where it looks like you're hanging over a cliff, but you're not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fake. Some big fucking mountains, though. Damn.
That guy almost died. You can tell. It's getting bad.
You have to wear up. Look at the fucking camp. Holy shit.
Oh shit, that is crazy.
And then base camp.
Is the ice melting because there's so many people there?
Think anybody has sex in those tents?
It's too cold, man. You like fucking have to take your thermal long underwear off to get your dick out. Like frozen by that.
It's like a whole camp's listening to you scream.
It's not even the most deadly mountain to climb either. I think K2 is like way more deadly.
Look up that one then.
You ever seen the Half Dome where the guy jumps off while they're climbing?
I know what it is. I haven't seen it though.
Yeah, that pink salt.
It's about like...
Oh yeah, I've seen this one where he jumps off. might.
There it is. Hey-oh.
I don't know if I could do that. That's a little bit too much.
There was one where the guys were climbing it and they looked up and saw somebody. Yeah, this one.
Well,
They look up and they see this guy. Did you ever see the documentary? What's his name did? The guy that free climbs.
Free based.
Free based. I've seen the free
climber, yeah.
climbers who are like, he climbs up with no ropes or anything.
Free solo guy. Alex
He pulled
Honnold.
a world record. He climbed some fucking mountain faster than people with new climbing equipment.
Well, he was talking about how like people summit these mountains. You know, they get to the top with all the ropes, and everybody's like surprised that there's a human there. How do I get this on? They're surprised that somebody climbed that mountain because they got all these ropes and stuff, right? And everybody's like cheering him on and clapping and shit. He climbs up there without any ropes, and like nobody even notices him because he's just some dude. He just climbs up there, like walks away, and they don't even notice.
Show us.
Because
Show me a video of it.
well, he was just playing it. I don't think there's a video of him summoning.
There's a guy on Joe Rogan that was there, and there was a girl that was like this free climber, young girl just climbing up this fucking mountain with no ropes or anything.
People in Russia that climb up those like big towers, like electrical towers.
Oh, those electrical ones and abandoned structures.
Who's that one guy?
I was watching urban exploration videos. People were going down
Adam
to these
Andra.
like abandoned tunnels. And
This guy, he's like that black chick that plays tennis and screams all the time. Yeah, he screams when he does bouldering. It's like small rocks, but it's like completely upside down vertical. So what you would do is like you take a mattress and you put it under there.
It feels that nice because it's a limestone.
Let's see. Listen.
he falls. Jeez, he's jacked. Holy fuck! Look at his. So he only fell a little bit, and he's like, "Ree."
He's like hanging on nothing.
Looks like these spots where he's grabbing onto is like where he's grabbed onto stuff before. He kind of knows like where he's going.
He just wants to get to there and then he's
Slight
good.
change of beta and it feels easy.
You just jump
So
that
I
far.
started jumping from the lower foot, and this left hand I didn't use my thumb, but I just held it.
Oh, here we go. Screaming compilation.
Screaming. It's like he got his foot stuck in that hole. Can't get his foot out. Slapping his ass around. He's screaming in like multiple back to back.
It kind of reminds me of XQC.
What the fuck is this? Video like this.
I was just watching rock climbing videos.
The autistic. Is that why he's doing this? Look at him. Look at the faces he's making. He fell and he's like,
Shit. Bangs.
It's just how you get good. You try again.
it's like you playing Rocket League screaming at people. He does make some.
Bitches!
Looks like he just slammed into the rock face too, like, oof. Imagine if Spider-Man screamed every time he fucking was climbing anything.
Oh!
I'm gonna get you. I'm coming around.
Fucking calluses on his fingers must be insane.
He reminds me of Trainwreck almost, the way he's screaming. always reaching in his bag to get more chalk, slapping his ass. Jesus Christ.
You ever seen Magnus Olafsson, I think his name? Get the straight guy.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Mitbo. So, like, they make these little things that attach to weights.
Yeah, I seen this stuff. Oh, this is fucking Juju, Muffy, whatever his name is.
One of the very, very hardest feats of grip I've ever done.
Seems like a pretty cool guy. Like, I've seen him doing, like, arm wrestling and shit.
Yeah, they got these
You
different
lift that. That's a lot
attachments.
of shit to lift.
You're lifting it with just the tips of your fingers.
Yep.
Just the tips?
Yeah, see the way they've designed the gripper. You have to just hold it with your tips of your fingers.
I mean, like, is that what's bearing all the weight? Is the tips of your fingers, not the rest of your body?
Yeah, it's like for rock climbing.
Damn, these
Because
guys
you're
are
holding
fat.
your whole weight of your body on these rocks just by gripping the tiniest little things you can grip. That's what makes it so interesting.
Like, everybody here can lift that. I can't.
For now, until we go.
It's the same weight, but you put different grippers on it, it makes it even harder. Because that's just using all of your fingers. Like some of them you just use like one finger or something.
Pinch it, yeah.
One finger.
Too. There's some guy that he like arm wrestles against. That's his name's like Schoolboy or something. You should look him up. He looks like just like a regular just kid. He's like beating all these guys that are like fucking ripped.
Talking about Magnus or this other guy?
No, this guy like his name is like Schoolboy or something.
The K?
He's in with this. He's like did a video with that guy.
Schoolboy Alex
Juju's.
Topperl. This guy on the right? Is that Schoolboy?
Yeah.
You seen
Their
like
theater's, like one of the best in the world.
the faces of these guys that do the slapping contests after they like
Yeah,
beat
the
shit out
Russian
of their
guys, they
face?
slap each other so fucking hard they knock each other out. So. Masks. Shit.
Schoolboy guy's he's fucking buff now. Like in his old videos, like from like 2 years ago when I saw him, he just looked like a little skinny ass fucking schoolboy, but he's like beating everyone.
That's
He beat the
Like this
giant
one?
arms, man. Holy shit, some of these dudes have thicker arms than their torsos.
this is 2019.
3 years ago. Guy's really kind of hard. Holy shit.
I don't know. Arm wrestling seems boring to me.
Yeah, that looks kind of pussy. See when people snap their wrists, so that's some hardcore shit. Like people actually break their arms trying to arm wrestle.
I keep thinking of things I want to talk about and then I get sidetracked and I forget what the original thing was.
Not even trying. Like,
Did
everyone
I ever
else's
show
face
y'all
is like shaking.
the skateboard videos where the runners would get all mad and then they had like the scooter kids?
That video the other day you watched.
Scooter
the-
kids getting owned?
Oh, scooter kids getting owned. Oh, fucking their tricks up and hitting themselves in the head.
Look at this little kid. Oh, I thought he was gonna get owned.
There's the owned. Here we go. And bam.
It's like they make these parks for bikes and skateboards, and then all these fucking scooters came out, and then they just took over.
Fucking scooter kids, yeah.
Did you hit me? Well, because you weren't paying attention, you fucking little kid.
Scooters basically training wheels for skateboarding, right?
Yeah, but I see kids always using them all the time. Like their mothers won't get them
Some
skateboards.
that are really fucking good at it. Like,
This kid at the skate
If I type
a little girl
skateboarders versus
Crazy people is the first one that comes up.
noble runners, I was want to runners, skaters versus noble runners.
what's a noble?
They're just all noble about jogging. They're really into it. They wear like the
can't be around here. Your kids need to leave.
I don't think so.
Okay, what is your problem? They were like,
Hey, I don't care.
Listen to me.
I don't care. What's the sign say? Can you read, or are you just inbred and ignorant? It's an ignorant.
Okay.
Can you see what it says? No skateboarding.
Yeah. Okay, dude. All these
No skateboarding, motherfucker. Now get out of here. Let me walk.
Police. I called the police, so read the
You're
sign.
gay. You're so
Does the sign have a statute under it, or it's not a real sign?
Your skateboarding up.
Hey, dude, if you were, hey, you missed the.
Tears it up. It's not what it's for.
I mean, maybe if you were here 5 minutes ago, you'd have seen there's like.
I called the cops. I advise you to leave.
He's not even running. He's driving a car.
I have an adult pass asking you to leave.
Are you serious?
He's called the police.
There is no skateboarding.
Hey, settle down, buddy. Settle down.
No,
There's another person whining at them. Oh, they all noble runners. Oh.
Hey, were you here 5 minutes ago? You missed like.
It's like old people. It's just like can't share their fucking areas. Like, oh, kids on their
Shut up.
kids riding their skateboards.
Another one is like people that own boat docks, and like, you know, the water belongs to everybody, so people try to fish near those boat docks, and people get pissed off. They think they're going to hit their precious boat with a lure.
I saw that one. Yeah, there's some fucking like.
They have to get like
People
the
are fucking pissed about
wildlife police on them and shit.
Yeah, we have a lot of those people around here. It's like old people. They got nothing. Like, they're not fun anymore. They've lost all their sense of fun. Just like, I see a lot of these old people. They have cars in their driveway and they never drive them. They're like polish them and stuff. They're like, yeah, car. Then they don't actually want to use them for anything. Same with their boats. Yeah, all the crazy Karens come out of the.
Kayaker pulls a gun. Okay, I'm in.
Dude, it's a whole fucking lake, man.
Like 12 minutes. Skip to the good part.
I think this is a good part.
Hey, man,
He said, "I'll show you what the fuck I'm going to do about it," and he's like grabbing a gun.
Hey, simmer down. Hey, listen, it's all right. Listen,
Simmer down.
We get it's a whole leg, all right? Hey, listen, man. Okay, but how? Listen, dude. How is that my problem, bro? I gave you all this space. I was idling.
I'm working my way in.
Okay, why can't we just start with that? Why can't we just start with that? I'll fucking leave. I got a 200 horsepower Merc on the back. Come on,
He's
man.
out there
You pull
paddling
out a
around,
gun out
not
of the
even
front of your
fishing.
kayak.
Doesn't matter what's in my box.
He's like, oh, this other person's ruining my experience.
Okay. God, kid.
You know how stupid this is? Look how big that fucking lake is, and then we go over to India, and there's no room for
I
any
thought you
of
were
other
going all
people,
the
and
way
there's
out. How am I
1,000
supposed to
people
know?
all crammed into that fucking river.
Yeah, like I watch a lot of these cop videos where people film the cops. Have I not been showing any of this on stream? You guys gotta tell me. Holy shit, I've been just streaming us talking about shit and not showing any videos. Did I show the dirt cookies?
What?
Oh my god.
It was on there.
You better show them the dirt cookies. Go back to it then.
I don't know what I gotta.
Let me see. Up until 11 minutes ago, so.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. We were just talking about some skateboarders and shit. I think we didn't get anything really good.
Yeah, it was up until the half dome.
Oh, did we show the Adamandra?
Yeah, we did. I just went back, and you were... No. I just looked at the thing. I just went back, and you were looking at...
Okay.
the most recent thing you showed was Mount Everest stuff.
Oh.
And then the guy skydiving at half dome.
So, we got the dirt cookies in there and everything.
Did I get the Adamandra screaming in there?
Not sure.
That was pretty funny. It's probably copyrighted. I don't know. I mean, the sound's really the best part.
Yeah.
But these cop videos, people film the cops, you know. And like the Supreme Court said, you can be like 10 or 15 feet from the cops as long as you give them space, that you're not interfering with them or like obstructing whatever they're doing. But like if you're out in the middle of some small town, they don't know this and they get all pissed off and freaked out. But if you're in New York City, people's around that close to the cops all the time. It's like people just thinking like how it is in other places, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, what's crazy kayaker wants the entire lake to himself, kind of thing. Where it's like us white people don't really understand. Like, the rest of the fucking world is so overpopulated that they don't have a choice in the matter. And then here it's like pristine lakes.
Oh, there's actually a lot of people in the chat now. There's like nobody chatting on the last podcast I did a little while ago.
Oh, maybe they got bored. I don't know. I'm trying to keep entertaining, you know, with the topics or whatever.
Anything we can do to fight aliens besides blowing up the planet? Why would we blow up the planet? Why would we want to fight the aliens? We don't know that they're bad yet.
Oh, they'll be bad. I promise you that.
Problem is, I think any aliens would be bad, because just look at humans. Like, we are the same race, generally, and we still fight amongst ourselves all the time. So why wouldn't aliens fight us?
Pretty much aliens, if they show up, they're here to fucking eliminate a potential threat in the future.
Because we're like
I
just
have a theory
ants
about it,
compared to
like-
them, right? You want to give
I've
us
seen
your
some of those
theory?
videos, like,
Sauce is picking his nose. Let me put this back on.
I can go like
Oh man.
What's your theory, Fletch? It's not my theory, but there's like a concept called the Great Filter, which is basically the reason that we haven't heard from other aliens is because as intelligent life progresses, it gets to a certain point, and at that point, oh, we got on the stream, Austin picking his nose. But there's a certain point where like you can't surpass that sort of point, I guess, if you want to call it that, and it's the Great Filter. Basically, intelligent life ceases to exist after that.
How long could you live eating dirt cookies and then human centipeding, like eating other people's shit?
That's supposed to kill you, right? Like, it's just because it's all like. It just seems like that would be bad. You would just die. Because, like, how's the thing? Like, you see poor people, they're drinking, like, unfiltered water, and, like, bad food. How long do they stay alive before they give out?
I was listening to a podcast, they were talking about human centipede. Like, the first movie was 3 guys, and then they had to up it for the second movie, so they decided to make, like, a circle of guys and see if they could get an infinitely, like, go around in a circle.
And the last guy keeps getting, like,
Yeah,
worse
the
and
third
worse
movie, it
nutrients.
was, like, just crazy long or something. I forgot what they did. Like, they wanted to see how long it would take till nobody pooped. Or something, like the poop was just water at the end. Like, it wouldn't make no sense.
Well, but the other problem with that is, like, poop is waste material, right? So there's only so much waste material you can keep, like, recirculating until you're just not getting anything out of it. It would be the equivalent to eating, like, celery, where you'd burn more calories trying to process it than you get back.
Would you want to be at the front of the centipede, though, eating, like, full-on poop? That seems gross.
Yes, but if you're in a loop, right, then eventually those people would just get so worn down, and they're, like, because their body still has to deal with all those microbes, and, like...
It's mostly bacteria. Is what
bacteria and other stuff, right? And because shit is just full of waste and garbage and all that stuff.
I've been rewatching Game of Thrones. You know the scene where Tyrion Lannister kills his father and they ship him off on a box with holes in it across the ocean?
Yeah.
And he's like saying how disgusting it was to like push his turds through those air holes. And the guy's like, well, it's not that great for me to pick it up and throw it over the edge either. And then you can see like the shit like stains on the holes of the, like they put the detail in the show to show the poop on the crate. It's so gross.
It's gross though. I still can't get over like the way third world countries work in a way where, like you're saying, India, 60% of the population just shit in the street still. It's like, how come this country hasn't gotten like the Black Death really bad and wiped everybody out?
If I was going to build a human centipede, I think India would probably be up for it.
Somebody who's real poor would be like, dirt cookies.
Well, dirt cookies make me hungry though. Watching that video, it's like they look pretty good. As far as dirt cookies go,
it's mixed with sugar and butter, so they probably taste like sugar and butter, right?
It's kind of like how I feel about that ugliest girl in the world dancing to Mariah Carey. She looks pretty good. Just give her a chance.
What was that?
You remember the greatest video on the earth ever? Is that still around? Let me see if I can find that. Watch that one more time.
Chicks with square-looking heads or some other weird shit.
Oh, there it is. Oh, here we go, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what? Not showing it. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, she's
bang.
Like Mr. Potato Head or something.
It's gonna be my wife.
Well, how is the rest of her? She just looks like she's got like a fused neck or something.
Where's the one if she's actually dancing? Oh! She missed that note pretty hard. Where's the one where she's dancing?
Kind of hard to stay like tune focused when only half your brain works, right?
Banker slap. Let's see if he's got the other video. No. Shit. If I search Mariah. Oh, here we go. Got it. She's got some titties on her, man.
Got a fucking gimp arm.
Got that
Like
ass. What was the video you found the other day? It was like the tranny guy that was like half a person that had a boyfriend or something.
Like, turn around, girl, hit it, put it back. There you go.
Those are going to get us
Move
pulled, I
around.
think, for the music. Probably can't monetize
probably.
this, but she got moves.
Like, one of her tits is like way lopsided. Look at that.
Yeah, I see that.
You know how you normal person you can snap their neck and kill them? Like if you tried to straighten her head out, would it kill her?
Probably snap her neck. It's probably her vertebrae are all fused or something, right? Because normally, if you tried jumping around with your head tilted to the side like that, it would hurt like hell, wouldn't it?
It's probably just you get used to it, you know? Like, she doesn't see her world upside down.
I guess so.
Right side up to her.
Something's wrong with her mouth too. Her mouth is like crooked and ogreish on one
It's
side.
like stuck in the sideways position all the time.
A little bit like a Shrek face. Oh, she's
She
going
does
up top from the top rope. Elbow drop. Oh.
Her neck
Anyway,
survived that snapback, you know.
I remember getting so much flack for that video, like in YouTube days. Everybody thought I was making fun of her.
We're not making fun of her. We're just.
It's just you can't be a fan of her without sounding like you're making fun of her.
What was that other person? Remember that girl that was making pancakes and Rogers was like, man, I'd marry her. She's so cool.
Making pancakes.
She's just making pancakes.
Oh yeah. I don't know how I would even search for that.
Making my-
Girl.
I remember it's your girl, Lil J.
Oh, here we go. Charisse living with cerebral palsy. Making pancakes with cerebral palsy.
Oh yeah, I gotta get off this.
Speaking of Rogers, he shows
Speaking
up.
of Rogers, he shows up. We're talking about your waifu.
It's called Making Pancakes with Cerebral Palsy.
Remember those 500-pound sisters? They got their own show now.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't fucking believe that. I was like, what?
They look like ogres. They literally look like Shrek.
Got a
Oh,
nap.
dude, you said 500 pounds?
What?
There was some bullshit where they pretended to.
Hang
You said
on.
500 pounds? Will they lose like fucking 300?
Maybe it's 5,000 pounds.
Because one of them was like,
Oh yeah, this chick's pretty hot.
Rogers remembers this.
Just her voice.
So I hope this song goes well. And it's only going to try.
Wait, is she gonna like spill the fucking pancake? She's like, oh, this is gonna be great.
That's when she's like flipping it. It's like flips off the side. She's like, oh shit.
Painting my mom gave me.
Hey, hey.
It's like cerebral, but she's really hard to.
Oh, she's
Fine, but she just doesn't talk well.
There was this girl in high school. She had cerebral palsy, I think. She had like 2 sticks that she walked with, like walking sticks, but they were like not like canes. They were like pointing outwards or something, like South Park kid.
Yeah, when you find it in water, those
That's what
dividing
it is,
rod
yeah.
bullshits.
But like,
This girl has those canes, too.
they kept putting her in the newspaper like she was one of the smartest kids in school, but I don't know if she really was. I think they were just like trying to pump up her ego like they do with the retarded kids and the football little kids, and letting them get touchdowns, and like the blind guy that showed him how to watch a soccer game.
It's on my phone.
The guy that watches a soccer
I never
game
heard her
like
say
you.
anything smart.
On my phone. You guys talking about?
Remember that fucking
Your girlfriend?
cerebral palsy pancake making bitch?
The one you wanted to marry or whatever?
It'd be so great if like she caught that on fire because it's flammable. It's like going over else. Oh no! Charisse living with cerebral palsy. Remember her? Oh, it's going everywhere.
Yeah, she should have like cut the bag on an angle. Boomed her out of there.
How did she do her makeup?
No, it's an old video that we saw a long time ago. But T2 was just bringing up that girl with like the neck that was like fucking.
Did she have no strength at all? Because like she's like, I can't even lift
I think the way
a thing full of
she
flowers.
described it, she said like any movement or whatever she tries to do is just like super painful.
Anytime she tries to do anything, it's fucking painful.
Pretty much, yeah.
Did you date a chick like that? Was like smoking copious
I
amounts
must
of weed
have
all the
cerebral
time?
palsy in my leg. 'Cause that's what my leg's like.
That was like MS.
MS and cerebral palsy are the same fucking thing, or is it?
No.
Multiple sclerosis.
But what's a sclerosis?
Like
Sclerosis of the
on your
spine.
spine or something.
What's the one where you have the crooked spine? Scoliosis. Yeah.
I got
What's
a bit of that.
mesothelioma?
Almost painful watching her do this. She's like struggling.
Oh, she's gonna knock that whole bowl off. She's gonna have to start from scratch.
You had to skip it because she's fucking it up so bad.
She looks happy to be in pain constantly.
Well, it's probably all she ever knew.
That bowl reminds me of the largest gold pit
At
in
least
the
her
world.
tits are like level, and she doesn't have lopsided tits like the last chick. You smacked yourself in the face with a spatula a little bit.
Oh, is she gonna get a knife out? Oh my god. I guess she wouldn't need a knife. I thought she had a tomato for a second. Like, she's gonna slice some shit.
Tomato would put on her pancakes.
I think she does have to get a knife, to be honest. I remember like, oh shit, danger.
And I can keep it up and place it down. So that what I'm gonna do now.
Like that?
So she's not mentally retarded at all.
No.
No,
But the way she
just-
talks makes her sound mentally retarded. Like deaf people
What if
sound
it's
retarded.
probably painful to talk too, then, right? It's like any movement's painful, so talking would be painful.
Watch this flip.
You.
We made a tortilla.
Jesus Christ. You know what it reminds me of? It's like, they're charging up their special attack in Super Saiyan. For like a minute trying to get this flip to work.
That one's gonna be soft in the middle. Ooh, nice. These are chocolate chip or blueberry?
Put chocolate chip in them, I think.
I don't like sweet
Oh,
pink.
she kind of got that one merged with the other one now.
I mean, that's no better than I do, or worse.
I mean, like, you've got full dexterity of your hands, though.
I make them as big as the skillet, though, so I have hardly any room to flip.
She fucking, they're like giant waffles. It's probably better than me. I don't even make pancakes.
It's like the opposite of pro at cooking.
She was on Twitch with
She
like,
knows what she's doing,
stream.
but she can't do it. I don't know what I'm doing, but I can do it. It's like literal opposite.
Oh, Jesus. It's terrible. I think she knows it looks terrible, too. She's like, well...
I guess I can still post this to YouTube.
If I did this, I wouldn't even post to the internet. I'd be like, I don't want people thinking I'm retarded.
I think what the point of it was, like, of their YouTube was like showing, like, hey, shit's like fucking struggle like a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's why I need money. You give this to some of those conservative people that don't want to give people money, and they're like, look at this bitch can't even make pancakes, okay?
Do you make pancakes? Have her work at Waffle House.
This is to prevent people from killing themselves with cerebral palsy by showing them videos that make them want to kill themselves.
Hey, you remember that one video where you struggled to make pancakes for 8 minutes? Like, fuck.
80,000 views!
Woo! Oh my god. Your first time, yeah. At least she didn't burn herself. Or like...
Here's the thing about... Okay, she's not retarded though, right?
No, she's just broken.
Let's say if she was retarded, like the way she's talking, like, do you think it should be legal to have sex with her? Somebody that talk like that? Because
She's a kid now.
Someone
See,
fucked
this is
that.
the thing about like saying like younger people
wouldn't
don't have
sex
the
be
ability
painful, though, if you're moving?
Consent. Like I feel like somebody this dumb is at the same level as like a 12-year-old as far as consent goes.
She's not dumb though, T2.
I'm saying, let's say somebody's retarded and they talk like this.
Yeah.
Like the way they talk.
Autistic people, like really
You
autistic.
should feel guilty wanting to fuck somebody that talks like that. Right?
Is it legal for somebody to go after Austin at the
Because
bar?
you'd have to convince yourself that they're smarter than they sound.
Yeah.
Or something.
Picked up like 40-year-old women at the bar who were stupider than me, so I don't know. And they look normal and they have
like,
kids.
Legally, you're disabled.
I'm legally disabled, yeah. I don't like, that's the issue. Where it's like, some people are like, they get to my house and they're like, you're faking it. I'm like, no, I'm not. Just because I don't look like carbon, insert retard here is,
Come watch his podcast. Watch him pick his nose on the street. Oh, yeah, he's retarded.
You motherfucker.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I guess she got married and has a kid.
Wouldn't giving childbirth seems like it would be horrible if you have cerebral palsy.
What if you're like 25 years old, but you look like you're 12? And somebody marries you and they have kids with you. Shouldn't that guy be arrested because he's attracted to somebody who looks like they're 12? That's the same thing.
Then, but the thing is, you're adult and you have your own rights to do what you want, right? Kind of the thing. Like I see a lot of young men around.
I mean, if you're arresting people for thought crimes, obviously he's attracted to people that look like they're 12.
What about that guy that was a streamer that looked like he was like 40, but he looked like he was a kid?
I mean, that's like most porn stars.
Like
That's their whole thing. Is like,
and he would go into bars and people wouldn't sell him. Like, oh, we can't sell you. You're a kid. And it's like, imagine your life. Teach you. Imagine your life being like that. You're your age and you still look like you're 12, and no one will hire you. No one will take you seriously. It sounds like horrible.
I mean, you can kind of prove your skills if you're like a computer programmer or something, right? You can say, look what I made. I made this. Doesn't matter how old you are. Look at Doogie Howser. He was a doctor.
Yeah.
On TV.
Yes, so. Kind of interesting just how no time in history like now where people with disabilities could actually survive. It used to be if you had a disability and you're a weight on your community and your community was like, well, we can't support another hungry mouth. Yep, just get banished to the desert or abandoned or something. They do that in Japan, don't they still? They get rid of any of their retarded kids, they just abandon them.
Hey, probably not now though.
Send them on a school camping trip to the Suicide Forest.
The Suicide Forest. Some parents did that with their kid or something. Abandoned them in the fucking Suicide Forest. Then came back for them later. We're like, how are we going to explain this to the cops? We should probably go back and get them.
What's the deal with your town? You said it's like most of the retarded people.
Okay, so I live in British Columbia, in Canada, and here they have separate from the rest of the country, so the province or the state itself has a program for people with disabilities. So the parents get a shitload of money for even moving here. So people are incentivized to move here with their retarded children, so that they get benefits. And
the whole territory, not just your town.
Not just my town, the whole place. because I have autism, I have free parking, I got free camping, I got all sorts of things. Because I'm retarded.
Kind of like going to Alaska, they pay you like $5,000 just to like go to Alaska because they need people or something.
Because they need people to live there, yeah. It's kind of like where I live is like they grow most of the crops in this area because it's a really fertile area with good weather and stuff usually. But the problem is like the prices have been increasing here like through the roof. Like the shittiest house you can think of is like $400,000 to $1 million. $400,000 to $1 million. Nobody that's my age can afford anything like that because no one's gonna hire a bunch of retards. So it's like the issue is, it's kind of gotten to the point where there's like signs everywhere where people are begging for people to come to work. People are like, no, I just live off my disability. I don't need to work.
That's kind of like Hardee's out here has a sign that says like anybody out there want to work or something like that. Yeah. $12 an hour. That's more than I make.
You can make $16 an hour sitting on unemployment, right? In your country.
Pretty much.
Could until you got rid of the bonuses.
Yes, but it just kind of seems weird. Because in my country, they gave like all the disabled people got an extra like $2,000 during COVID that we didn't have to pay back. And then an additional like $700. And it's kind of like just throwing money at everybody, which you know what happens when you do that. It's like you get hyperinflation and shits. What do you guys think about the stock market in general? Like, you're not huge stock guys, but
way overinflated, to be honest.
Everything's going fucking nuts right now.
I heard GameStop is getting ready to take off again to 300.
I already did, like this past week, if I can went up like crazy.
Shit. Keep missing the boat. I don't know how
I had
to
a bunch
invest.
of AMC stock, but sold it.
One of my friends said he bought some Bitcoin or some shit before the crash and invested in a company, made like $100,000. Paid off all his debts. Like, well, shit. I tried to get him to set me up, but he's like, no, I can't manage your like money like that. It's not allowed. It's illegal. You gotta set up your own stuff. I'm like, well, fuck that. I don't know how to do that. It's kind of weird to me. Like, in the where my country is, they incentivize like people to be retarded, essentially. Like,
I mean, you either are or aren't, right? You can't.
No, but
become
like,
retarded.
There's been lawsuits here because parents will purposefully drink alcohol when they're pregnant or something, so they'll have a
what?
Alzheimer's syndrome. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's like child abuse before they're even a child.
Yeah. So they purposely trying to have a Down syndrome child. Like there was a woman who married a guy because the guy knew that he was like he had a really high chance of having children with Down
It's like
syndrome.
they're getting genetic tests to make sure that they can have a Down syndrome kid instead of the opposite way.
The opposite, yeah, instead of the opposite. And so the government's trying to come up with like ways of preventing that, you know, but it's just like because it used to be really easy to get funding. So it was like you'd get anywhere from like $5,000 to $8,000 a month for if your child had this like Down syndrome or something now, right?
Reminds me of the boat chasers that would try to get AIDS from gay guys. PKA did a podcast about it. About like going to bars and like trying to find condoms with cum in it and stick it in their ass and shit. Like, oh my god.
Why would they purpose?
They want to get AIDS so that they can infect other people and like, oh my god, it's gross.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but that's the thing in this area, like you don't hear about it much, but then if you go like watch our version of like 60 Minutes or whatever, there's all angles like that. Like one of my cousins, he was telling me that when he was a kid, his mother used to like park in the like they had a wheelchair for him, but he could walk. So she was like faking his disability just so she could get like free parking in places and stuff. I don't know. I feel like when I see shit like that, it kind of like makes me lose my my hope in humanity in a way. It's like people are using like their own children like that. Like, nah, I'm just gonna have a kid so I can just like coast for the rest of my life off there. Like Shawnee E. Like him. Remember doesn't he have the same kind of situation? He gets a disability, but like his parents just
it's like
living in the
around
basement.
here. And that heard you know the story of those three kids? I used to work at a convenience store. fat one and the crooked leg guy and the no shirt guy?
No. How about you tell us?
People live next to the convenience store. One guy looked like a sea captain, and his wife looked like a meth addict. Had three boys. They would always come in there and buy bubble gum for like 5 cents and pay with a $1 food stamp, and then you get 95 cents in change. They do that over and over again until they get like a few dollars, and then they would come in and buy lottery tickets with the real cash that they got from food stamps, or they would gamble it on the little Cherry Master machine. One of them never wore a shirt, called him shirtless. One of them was a fat, we called him the fat boy. And then the other one had like his leg when he was born was crooked, and they could have like had surgery and got it fixed, but it was more beneficial to them to have it stay that way, so he just kept a crooked leg. And his parents were dumb, and they would get money from food stamps, and then you would hear about him going to Walmart, which is like another town over that you'd have to drive for like 30 minutes. So they would spend gas money to go to Walmart with all this money they got from food stamps, and they didn't really gamble it. They would sit on those machines where you try to get stuffed toys with the hook machine.
Yeah, but that's all a bunch of garbage. That
I
is
know, they're
basically
stupid.
gambling.
That's how stupid they are. You'd see this sea captain looking guy walking on the side of the road sometimes. Like,
Because he doesn't have a car, he can't pay
this
gas.
is welfare
Gas
logic.
station, G2?
Yeah.
Did you have was it a crispy, crunchy chicken?
No.
Didn't you sell like fried chicken or some shit there?
It was Chester fried. It's pretty good.
Yeah, we have like one that has like chicken inside of it.
I saw a video the other day. Somebody was showing like Dunkin' Donuts how much food they throw away every day. It was ridiculous.
Man, I was at a buffet one time, a different buffet at a fucking casino here, like where I live, and they went around like, oh hey, do you guys want anything? Because we're about to start closing up or whatever. Everyone was like, nah, we're good. They just fucking rolled out these carts and just was like slamming all the food into the dumpsters. I was like, what the fuck? Holy shit, are you serious?
That expensive ass food?
Yeah, like for instance, like because I'm borderline, I'm not homeless. I have money to make, but I'm usually, I try to keep, I want to earn more money than I spend, essentially. So a lot of times I'll go buy places that be like, you got any thing that's like expired, borderline expired, just today, and then like give you a sandwich or whatever.
Yeah. Like I don't know why they didn't just like have the casino employees be like, okay, it's time to eat at whatever time it was, say fucking 11 o'clock. Everyone goes in there and just finishes what's in there, and then they throw it all away. You know what I mean? But it was
It's like a huge fucking waste because those fucking people were watching eating dirt cookies would love that shit right there. You know?
It was like fucking like.
Think of the animals that were killed to just like be on display for a little while and then go into a trash can.
Yeah.
Whole fucking ass roast, like all the shit just went into the dumpster. Like it was like a fucking racket of noise, dude.
That's just one place.
Yeah.
Just one place doing that. It's like how many other places they're just dumping like all the food.
If I would have known that, I would have went up there and like got a little bit of everything that I didn't try, because then I could just throw it away. I didn't want to waste the shit like taking it to the table. You know what I mean?
That's disgusting.
They were just gonna throw it
That's
all
what makes me
away.
just hate humans as a species.
Holy fuck.
Because like we look in those poor countries in India where they got shit in the streets and there's like no food and they're eating dirt cookies, and then here we're like just dumping like all the food that there's probably more food in that dumpster than they've seen in their entire lifetimes.
That's why when I lived in Lexington, I'd go to the Myers up there. That's where I got Warcraft, by the way. Had a Myers grocery store, and you go through like the front part, and there's all the vegetables and fruits and stuff, and they have like huge, big basket type square receptacles of just Brazil nuts or some other kind of almonds or some shit. Like, how can they afford to have all these nuts here? Like, nobody's buying that many nuts in the whole city. Like, how is it every day that they got these many nuts? They must just be chucking them.
Could be.
And bok choy, like nobody I know ever ate a bok choy. Why do you have a bushel of bok choy right here? Who's gonna buy that? Is it just for looks?
Yeah, some of the places though is crazy.
To like draw in people to buy other shit? It doesn't make
I
sense.
guess so. It's like the wet markets in China and places where they're literally like they need food there, so they're willing to eat anything.
They just eat whatever's like, oh, we harvested this today, so we're gonna eat fucking whatever the fuck vegetable of the day. You know what I mean? It's not like a 24-hour or 24.
It's like in China, in other places, they don't have refrigerators, so it's like whatever is the market's what you're gonna eat, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Nobody's gonna have Wagyu beef or like. What's the one where you have veal but you feed beer to the cows?
Yeah, they did that in like Japan, and they like massage the cows and hamper them and all sorts of
You would have to have like a pond of beer and like lure the wild animals into it if you wanted to get them to.
Like,
yeah, it was
a Japanese steak, like grade A5 or something.
Yeah, and if it's not actually served by the company, it's not real or something.
Super high quality shit.
Then, like, that's the issue. We're putting so much effort into like this shit when, like, and then we're just throwing the meat away afterwards. Like, someone didn't eat. Like, they only ate a bite full of this meat that took like hundreds of thousands of dollars of resources.
Where do they end up throwing the trash away at? Is it going to be cockroaches and rats everywhere, or they got to ship it somewhere?
Probably one of these big cities have such a big population of rats or whatever, right?
Maybe they just take it next door to a less well-known buffet and they just put it back out.
No, but
this is the shitty buffet for people who lost all their money at the.
Well, I noticed like we have a superstore here. I don't know if it's like you guys have that down there. Superstore kind of sells everything and lobsters and all those crabs and whatever else. All these obscure cooking ingredients that I've never seen anywhere else. And I always hear the guy who owns like the Chinese restaurant in town, and he goes there and he gets like giant pallets of everything from like the Asian aisle. Well, I guess I know what he's using in his.
Yeah, the Asian market has so much different fucking weird vegetables and shit here.
Yeah, weird vegetables, and then like some stuff. You know what durian is, and like it smells like
durian fruit.
Or and it smells like stinky feet, but it tastes like sweet custard. It's like it really throws you off. I'm like, who the fuck? What kind of recipe could you make out of this? Yeah, guys, we're just gonna eat this stuff that smells worse than rotting fish. Mmm.
Delicious.
Delicious. Well, because there's other shit there I've seen at the superstore where it's like, oh, this is like some weird fruit that's poisonous, so you have to wait till it finishes 100% getting mature. And it takes like over 30 days for it to ripen. I'm like, why do you have this in the grocery store? Some dumbass kid's gonna buy this and kill themselves.
People eat those fucking century eggs, those rotten ass eggs.
Oh, they're rot. Yeah, those like half.
You're talking about got the duck fetus in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, people have seen that. They're like, open it up and actually eat it, and I'm like, Like, at least the people who are eating the dirt cookies put sugar and butter in them. Fuck.
Isn't there cyanide in apple seeds?
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit. I think it's like in cherry seeds, pretty much anything, because the tree doesn't want you to eat its seed. You eat the fruit. That's like the big issue why you don't give cherries to horses, because their teeth are strong enough to crack those nuts. And
so if it opened up in our stomachs, we would die, but it's like gets into our poop as seed still, so it doesn't.
Yeah, so it doesn't leach out if the seed isn't ruptured.
Damn.
If you rupture the seed, then it's gonna leach out.
Probably still wouldn't be enough to kill you, though, would it?
I don't know. Like,
I mean, if you can kill a horse with a cherry, right? I guess does a horse have to eat a bunch of cherries to die, or?
Yeah, I think so. But the issue with horses is that they, you know, like a farmer with horses, we always have to keep them away from like feed because they literally eat until their stomachs popped. Like they're so gluttonous.
Horses
are like worse than they're worse than pigs and goats. Goats are bad because they'll eat things that aren't like.
They eat grass though, right? They just be eating the grass all day.
Yeah, but then let's say a horse goes, I don't want to eat grass anymore. I want to eat your cherry tree. It just goes over there and eats every single last leaf and all of the cherries off the cherry tree. Like,
oh, it's because they use so much energy, I guess, running around
and doing horse stuff. Because that's all they eat is grass, right? So they just eat a lot of it. Like horse shit and cow shit was like what the people in a lot of those poor countries use as fuel instead of coal or whatever. They use dry horse patties or dry animal shit to heat their homes.
Man, I just wish I was in charge of the world. I could just change everything whenever I wanted. There'd be so much shit that we wouldn't do anymore.
Play World of Warcraft.
Horse racing? Nah. No point in horse
racing.
Play
the real world like you're playing and you're trying to like optimize a video game to be the most.
No, I mean like I need to be in charge, like supreme ruler of the earth.
God, Emperor Trump.
Yeah. No, of the Earth.
Oh, not Emperor Trump of the
You're
Earth.
thinking small time. I'm talking about I can just change things at a whim. Like, we're not doing this anymore.
So you want like omnipotent power? Like we just think of it, it changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid shit we do. Like especially like we're saying, we waste so much food, but then whine that like most people. 'Cause I'll go around to the different shelters here, and if you wake up like I was talking to Mustache about this. I got up at like 6 in the morning to go to the shelter to eat some breakfast or whatever, and all the food that's in there is like donated, and it's half the time it's just like random shit that people throw into the donation bin. It's not even real food, really. Like, what if we went to these buffets? What if these buffets are like, yeah, everything we don't sell, we'll just give to the homeless shelter? If they don't do that, why not? And then I see people whine about it. They're like, well, you know, after a certain point, that food's not safe to eat. Like, motherfucker, these people are eating garbage to stay alive. You know?
It's like if you want to donate food, you're just going to donate stuff that you don't like, that you bought by accident. Like, here's a bunch of
corn,
kidney beans, and sauerkraut. Look, oh, thanks. Homeless
Oh,
guy
my
just eat a bunch of sauerkraut and kidney beans. Oh.
But then people tell me, like, oh, well, you beggars can't be choosers. And I'm like, yeah, but, like, it just seems so stupid that we can't... We got people whining about it in the news, like, oh, homeless people, all this stuff. But then, like, no one actually really cares at the end of the day.
When did I buy those lentils? Well, that was on... That was when I went on that...
Lentils aren't bad.
That no-carb diet or something, right? I've still got those. I've never ate those. How's that, like a 2-year or something?
Lentils will last forever, man.
Oh, okay, good. Garbanzo beans, I got some of those, I think. I need to cook those, just see what the fuck they are. I've never ate them.
Some lentils, fucking soup.
You gotta soak them for like a day or something. Get the water back in them. That reminded me of like brown rice. You gotta soak brown rice for like overnight before you cook it. There's like so much things. Like I was talking to, there was like I was watching something and they were doing a report, and they were like, this new report came out. It was like men aged 20 to 25 that are all like Gen Z or millennials don't know how to cook. They just eat takeout. And then when COVID hit and everything shut down, because people were like losing their minds.
Knows how to cook. They're just like, what does that mean? How do you do that?
I met a girl that didn't even know how to make mashed potatoes. She didn't understand. She just bought them from the store all the time.
You know potatoes? You know how to mash things? There you go.
There you go. It was really simple. And it was like, oh, I didn't even... No one ever...
That's why they call them that.
It takes 2 seconds to Google it. What the fuck?
There's so many people I met. They're not retarded. They don't have disabilities. But yet they're like bumbling through life and they have phones. Every fucking woman I bumped into, like, that's literally retarded. And I'm like...
Don't you guys have phones?
Don't you have phones? You could just Google it. And they're like, oh, I never thought of that.
I was busy playing Diablo Immortal. I didn't think about it.
Ugh.
That game ever come out?
No, I don't think so. Didn't it came out in only China or some shit?
I don't even know.
Then they did like a classic re-release of Diablo 2 or 1 or something. Then we only saw like the alpha for that for a while before it fucked up.
They need to do Blizzard Classic. Just like go back to the original guys. Then I'd be interested.
There's nobody at the main company anymore. Like everybody's quit. Yeah, the only ones left is J. Allen Brack and the other guy.
No, the other guy left today, I think. Right?
Did he? Who?
Who's the other guy?
Well,
was Rogers telling me about it?
And then he left, I think. But the president,
Moorhead left like forever ago.
Mike Moorhead, the president, yeah, he left to go start his own company, separate company. Probably the worst thing they ever did was handing over like the rights to.
Jeff Kaplan left. No, wait, that was a month ago.
It was a month ago.
Yeah, when they merged with fucking Activision, basically the whole company went to shit since then because it's just all been like marketing people making all the bullshit.
The fucking thumbnail of the T2. The fucking thumbnail I posted in my Discord chat for my teammates to watch this. And they're like, my guildmates, And it's the retarded girls like making the retarded face in the fucking. Jeez. I don't know.
Did
The
Mike
world's kind
Morheim?
of.
I think Mike Morheim left.
Yeah, he left a while ago.
Yeah, Mike Morheim left, and there was a few other guys that left, and then one of the classic guys left too.
Who left this week?
We'll just Google it. I don't know. Seen the classic World of Warcraft trailer for TBC they came out with? The song is really cringe. Like, it makes me feel like they could have come up with something better.
Somebody told me a minute ago, like earlier today, that somebody left. I thought it was you. Maybe it's somebody else. I don't know. Oh, it's got to be Rogers. We were talking about Schaefer's hammer, how it's named after the Schaefer brothers, and
Yeah.
5 days ago, the Blizzard Exodus. All your heroes are gone.
they canceled BlizzCon again this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of COVID or something?
I mean,
They're just gonna
they
do
have no
virtual
new
thing?
ideas. What are they going to show?
I guess so. Here, this right here. Downfall of Blizzard.
I mean, I can make them so much money. But they'll never hire me.
I don't think they
It's
care
like
about
more and more people are just like
video
they're.
games anymore. T2, they're just done. All one is the monies.
Surely some of these people that are like venture capitalists or somebody that's important would realize that what's happening. It's like people that are in charge are just marketing guys that are not like designers. And realize why.
Yeah, they're trying to optimize the most.
I mean,
like
how
I've talked
long
about
does it
these-
take for people to figure it out? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's been years. Surely, there's been articles written about it. Do they not read anything?
Well, it's like Bobby Kotick and all these things. He keeps putting in that profits are up, but that's because he's fired everybody and like made things more expensive on the cash shop.
Did we talk about on the podcast about the what's it called? Dream World game scam?
Yeah, no, we didn't. We did not talk about that, but like, we should. We talked about it yesterday, right? When we were watching the video on it.
Yeah.
It's like, if you can bring an image of that up and just, we could do it, like Asmongold watched a video that some other guy did. And the game was such a big piece of shit. Like, it didn't have, like, it was like running a 32-bit in a Unreal Engine, but the graphics were so awful, and everything was unoptimized. You could hack the game client, like, really easily with Game Shark or something. And
I don't know if the original one's still up there.
maybe FlyJim doesn't know about it, but what happened was all these backers spent like millions of dollars back in this game that actually doesn't exist. And the guys just fucked off with all their money.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be sued. People came out later that the reason his girlfriend broke up with him is because he bought her like a fake engagement ring, even though he's made like millions of dollars off this kind of shit. So
okay.
The video I just linked is like talking exactly what you guys are talking about right now. Steve Jobs fucking said some shit. He was like, when the marketing people take over the company, it just goes into the fucking dumpster.
This is
You should watch that video.
like with John Scully. John came from PepsiCo, and they at most would change their product, once every 10
watching it
years.
right now.
I mean, to them, a new product was like a new size bottle, right? So if you were a product person, you couldn't change the course of that company very much. So who influenced the success of PepsiCo? The sales and marketing people. Therefore, they were the ones that got promoted, and therefore they were the ones that ran the company. Well, for PepsiCo, that might have been okay, but it turns out the same thing can happen in technology companies that get monopolies, like, IBM and Xerox. If you were a product person at IBM or Xerox, so you make a better copy or a better computer. So what? When you have a monopoly market share, the company's not any more successful. So the people that can make the company more successful are sales and marketing people. And they end up running the companies. And the product people get driven out of the decision-making forums. And the companies forget what it means to make great products. sort of the product sensibility and the product genius that brought them to that monopolistic position gets rotted out by people running these companies who have no conception.
Was this like the end game for everything? The people who get promoted into making the game worse?
Craftsmanship that's required to take
all
a
the
good
products
idea
more
and turn it into a good
short time. Yep.
And they really have no feeling in their hearts usually about wanting to.
He says like there's no perception of the craftsmanship or
So
why the
that's what
people
happened
play
at
the
Xerox.
game.
The people at Xerox.
Like, if I tell Bobby Kotick, like, hey, I don't want to buy your boosts and cash up stuff, he's like, well, why not? And I'm like, well, it cheapens the game experience. It makes all the hard work that I put into the game like feel meaningless, and then I don't want to play it. Then I talk to people who are like brought up on this shit. They're like, oh, I like cash shop stuff because then I could just buy everything I want. I'm like, yeah, but do you not have the? Was I raised differently from these people? Where because I don't get, like, I don't like that pay to win shit. Cheapens the experience. Then more and more of these MMOs and other places keep doing that, and then you see what happened with Arcade, where like no one fucking plays it anymore.
Shit, I was just gonna say something. I forgot what I was gonna say. Shut up! Can't think with a barking dog in my back of my head. Oh, think about how bad Bethesda must be. They won't even switch to a new game engine because nobody knows how to use the game. Nobody knows how to like create a new engine. Like,
yeah, they're terrible at it. They can't fix any bugs.
The
all the
creation
modders
engine
have
so long they don't even know how it even works. It's like that book, Werner Venge book, where they go off into space and like human civilization has evolved in space for so many thousands of years. The technology has been built on old code that is so far back. It's like magic almost, like how it even runs. Nobody even knows. They just know like certain things work if you do this. Like they don't know how it works.
The ancient technology was lost in a way.
I'm gonna take my dog out real quick and we'll watch this video. You guys.
But you kind of get, like, Flygem, you understand where I'm coming from. But there's like so many other people that are new people. Maybe I think they're just highly addicted to entertainment, and they can't wait for anything. But when I tell people, like, for instance, I was one of my guys in my guild was like, "Hey, how do you have so much money already?" I'm like, what do you mean? Go out and farm it. And he's just like, what do you mean? What do you mean farm it? Like, I go on YouTube, I Google like what's the best gold farms, and then I figure out one that works for me, and I go and do it. I'm like, what do you just sit in? These people just sit around Ogremar all day waiting for someone to walk up to them and hand them gold. Not how that works. You have to actively pursue your goals or they won't get done. Right? And then these people are too lazy or maybe they're incompetent or something. Like, that's the other thing. Me and T2 were talking about this the other day. He's like, why would you play a game if you're bad at it? I'm like, well, to get better at it. Right? So if I'm playing a game that I like but I'm bad at it, I want to level up my skill in it through repetition. Then you see all these hackers when we were playing DayZ and stuff. Like, they didn't care that we spent like 18 hours trying to stay alive in one character, and we had like tents in the woods, we're hoarding shit and trying to collect a car and all this stuff. Like, we did everything on foot, and it was like it took forever. And then you get a hacker that teleports everybody to one spot and murders them all. And like, lol, you kids are bad, and teleports away. It's just like, you have no idea, like, how...
That's pretty much what they've done to, like, all video games now, right?
Yeah.
Like, basically, they have eliminated all of the process of actually playing the game, and now it's just...
I don't play, like, current WoW, because everything is, like... Because I hear quality of life increasements, right? But it's, like, the quality of life, it makes stuff, like... To the point where, like, I don't even... When I'm in playing... It's stupid, because a lot of the quality of life shit is like, it don't really need this, or an add-on could have done that. So I just, like, if I wanted to use it, I would have downloaded the add-on in the first place. Like, don't force these things onto me. Or it's like people who are so stupid they don't even know how to install an add-on. Like, I don't want to have to constantly update my add-on. Like, but you have to update the game, though. So... And, like... Come on, Curse and any of these other installers, like, pretty much do everything for you, like any mods. One thing I noticed really was like after Fallout New Vegas came out, there was like a few mods, and people were like, "Wow, this game is really good. It's even better than 3." And then Bethesda seemed to be mad about that. They're like, "Well, we put so much effort into 3."
They
And I'm
didn't
like,
make it.
"But they didn't even make 3, did they?"
They didn't make New
didn't
Vegas.
New Vegas.
They didn't make New Vegas either.
That was made by Obsidian, yeah.
Yeah. And like Obsidian, it made New Vegas in 18 months with like the limited engine, and they had to make all their own assets basically.
No,
And then-
that's impossible. Like, well, you better get it done, or else we're not paying you. So
Yeah, they wouldn't get their
got a bunch of
bonus
shit
if
out of
they
it.
had like Mac reviews or something. Where it's like,
they missed it by 1% on the Metacritic.
yeah, which makes me wonder if
89,
Bethesda called somebody. I'm like, oh, I'll give it a lower rating so we don't have to pay these guys or whatever. But it's always about maximum profit. But then like your product sucks or everything goes to shit. Like people who are working for Amazon don't get a bathroom breaks or anything, you know, get treated like garbage. You think what's gonna happen is like a ton of people are gonna be fed up and they're like, fuck this, I'm not gonna be paid like and be working for lower than minimum wage, and then they're just gonna have robots do everything. But then the problem with that is what happens when it gets to the point where robots literally do everything because no company wants to like pay people benefits or whatever.
Isn't it weird how Obsidian is based in Irvine, California, and then they have the NCR, and it's all like Wild West, California stuff there. Kind of reminds me of like 2K Games had the 2K New Zealand team did that Borderlands where it was all like New Zealand. It's like it's how Stephen King only writes about Maine. He lives in Maine. It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Hard to imagine another place, another place you live. Blizzard North.
Where's
Are they
Rogers?
located in the north?
You home from driving?
Rogers, who
Wow.
did you say left Blizzard this week?
The main dude.
Who's the main dude?
I don't know his damn name. Dick McDickerson?
If I Google Diablo or Blizzard main dude, will it come up?
Yeah. Do it.
Bobby Kotick didn't leave, did he?
No, not Bobby. It was one of the another one of the original guys.
Yeah, I just watched a video on YouTube, but it says there's no original people left at Blizzard anymore.
Yeah. It was a Bellular reacted video is what I watched.
Oh, yeah, it was like the president left. Whatever.
Austin, you're making the funny faces on your camera.
This? Scratched the bottom of my nose
like
with my mouth.
It's like tick or whatever that like
Yeah, it's
Asmund
to do with
Goldwyn
social tick or
raised
something. I gotta piss. I'll be back.
His eyebrows up all the time.
Did Jay Wilson leave yet?
I don't know if that was him. It was in a video this morning. I was watching it.
Watching it now.
Is it Austin's waifu pillow?
Crawling back a schedule needs to be based on your new Mythic Plus rating, not just doing dungeons at a certain keystone level.
Hello?
Wait, is it called 9.1 changes has some furious? BlizzCon canceled?
Not supposed to get something.
I don't know.
It came out
Somebody
today.
left.
Who was it?
I'm on my phone, so I had
Some forbidden knowledge.
still out
Jeff?
doing
Jeff
crap.
Kaplan left, right?
There doing classes.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
He was like one of the main guys.
Who was it?
Instead, what Blizzard
Jeff
will do
Kaplan?
is a Blizzard
Yeah, I thought that was months ago.
He said he was going to leave a while ago, but I think he actually left now.
Oh, okay. Alright, so let's watch this video of Dreamworld.
Dreamworld? Oh god.
I already have major
Dream fail.
MLM vibes here.
Hype scam.
Somebody else's video of it. Every genre,
It's like a-
every game, every style.
Every genre. I know that
crap
we want to be
game
ambitious
that's
here.
not
Aim for the
possible
moon,
that
you'll
it's
land
garbage
amongst
and
the stars.
People are going crazy for it and it's not even real.
Wish I could find this video that's not got somebody talking throughout it.
heard that before. What was that fucking piece of shit space game where they're like, "This is Infinite World"?
Struggling to pursue
Scam.
The worst part is when he starts getting talking all sad.
10 new jobs every day.
About his wife leaving him or some crap.
And I lost my job as a waiter.
Lost my job as a waiter.
Star Citizen. Is that what the space game that's never going to come out?
That one's never gonna come out, but there's another
Fiance
one that
left
came
it.
out.
You know,
No Man's Sky. It's a fucking piece of shit.
Hey, why don't we just make the game?
I thought that came out. It was supposed to be multiplayer, but it ended up being single player.
Yeah, that's what happened. They were like, "If
The
the world's
fuck
so
is
big,
this?
You might not ever encounter somebody else." And they're like, "Okay." And then it was like, "Just kidding, you can't encounter somebody else."
I pulled my Cat 5 cable and I'm still connected. What's happening? Oh yeah. It's offline only.
But yeah, the buildings weren't even collidable or anything. It was just like pictures you could walk through.
Yeah, in Dream World.
Yeah. I didn't know Austin had a gamer chair. Was that called Clutch? I need to get one of those Secret Lab ones or something for fat dudes.
Yeah, I want to get a Secret Lab chair. I've seen them in real life. They look really nice. And they make them for fat kids like me.
How much are they?
Like $300 for the XL Titan.
So the Walmart chair is like $100, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's really not bad. And it'll last a lot. It should last twice as long as a Walmart chair, because those only last
Well, I mean,
2 or 3 years.
I mean, this one lasts a lot longer than it should have.
Yeah.
Like stuff's peeling off of it and stuff. I'm just like, no, sticking with it. Everybody's yelling at me because it squeaks.
Get a C-clamp.
I mean, I've already broke the wheels off because I'm so fat. The plastic part just like fell through it. So I had to get one of
wheels,
those.
You get like rollerblade wheels.
I got like a whole stainless steel bottom.
Really?
Put some. I got the roller skate style wheels.
Inline wheels.
I feel like those are fucking up my floor though.
Probably.
Probably like I've seen places at work. People sit in office chairs so long that the whole floor is like a big circle that's been eat out of the floor. Like the shipping department is so bad. I need to take a picture of that next time I look.
My game room's got carpet, so I got one of those little plastic mats to roll around on.
Work pretty good.
Nope. Not really.
Well, I should show you guys my mushroom painting I got in the mail. Yeah.
Mushroom painting?
Is it mushroom painting?
Mushroom pan? I don't know. What are the others? Did fucking biscuit come out of this oven yet?
No. July 13th.
Coming up.
Yeah. Got a baby shower next weekend.
Let's figure out the gender of it yet?
No, we're waiting to find out.
It's like a 3-panel. I guess this one goes here.
Are you showing this at YouTube on the stream?
Yeah.
Are you streaming?
Yeah.
You stream sniping me?
Stream sniping.
Who said that? Fucking shot
You stream sniping me? T2, you stream sniping me? We stream sniped him. That was great. A great time. In Daisy.
I did stream snipe him down in between Cherno and Electro. Sniper.
Yeah, in Daisy. I was talking to him on his stream, and I was talking to you in Discord, and I was telling him, hey, go back to that blue house, and then you were in the bush. You were like Shiny on the voice chat.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. And then he sees it's you, and he's like, oh my god, T2, you stream sniping me. I don't know if he's mad about that. It's funny.
Do you still work at Wendy's?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a long time. Probably 3 years. He kind of just dropped off. No videos on his YouTube anymore. No streams.
Greeting from Uganda. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Bone Shatter. I love your streams and wish to become a squid kid like you one day.
You know the way?
He got offended I was using the R word. Hey, there's no more words that start with letters. It's just words are words. The
Don't
N
you have
word
them on your?
and the F word is it.
Don't you have? You have them on Facebook, don't you?
Who?
Shawnee E.
Yeah.
Does
You want me to see what he's up to?
Yeah, spy.
That's what the stream's gonna become. Let's see what Shawnee E's up to.
Hey, can you, while you're at it, can you find out what Craft Chest's been up to?
I'm sure.
And then I'll ask.
He's
Craft
been
Chest
working
what
on
you've been up
Project Defiant. He's been like
to. I know his
coating
stereo is
his
crazy.
car with some kind of like plastic stuff or something. What's
Yeah.
Shawnee E's real name? It's not Sean at all, right? It's like David. Yeah.
G or something.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah,
here.
Craft Chest has a crazy subwoofer.
He's got a new picture for his background. Let's just pop this up here on the stream.
I'm not watching a stream.
Wait. I've got it on a different browser. Have to
Craft Chest
add.
He's got all these fucking base wars.
Yeah, he's got like two 18-inch woofers in his little car now. It's crazy.
Fucking really?
Yeah. And he's got it all rhino lined. He rhino lined like the whole car. It's a Cobalt. I think it's an 08 Cobalt. 4-door. It got like 4,000 watts and.
Yeah, there he is. Sure, I love you on a tree or something.
Was he getting married?
I don't know.
Shawnee's got married and a kid by now. I was like, whoa.
Maybe he's talking to Facebook. What happened to this woman?
What?
Oh shit! Everybody else looks fine. Must be someone in the middle of this photo that got all. Maybe he bent the photo. And scanned it or something.
See, guys, got some sundown audio 18s.
They call him Davy Down.
Pretty good, right?
I think I know why.
Yeah, it was like 154 decibel or something. It was really loud on one of his videos.
They went to a wrestling match in a church, looks like. That's weird.
Was it in your church next door?
No, but that black guy looked familiar. I used to work with. He said his name was Big Papa, or not Big Papa Pump, just Big Papa. Said that was his wrestling name, and I said, "What's your finishing move?" He said, "Big Papa Splash." I'm like, "Oh, he's legit. He's got a finishing move."
Wait! It's that guy you used to work with overnight or whatever. The big black guy that ate the chicken wings or something.
He'd always watch westerns on YouTube.
And he's a wrestler, and you just saw him on Shawnee E's.
No, this guy looked like him.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what the fuck?
No, he was fatter than this guy, but
Shawnee went to a wrestling match, and you found him on there.
It's not Shawnee E, the referee, is it?
Is he?
I don't know.
That'd be crazy.
I could see him doing something like that.
I used to work with a WWF referee. Him
It's a ladder match. What kind of church is this? It's a church, right? They don't make arched roof buildings for wrestling matches.
I think he's in Illinois.
That looks like a pulpit back there. They put a wrestling ring on.
I thought he lived in Illinois or Indiana.
What is this, a moose lodge? It is. Lodge. Merit traps or something. It's got a moose head.
What if he's watching the stream of you real life stream sniping him?
Oh, like, remember the 3 Wolf Moon shirts? He's got a 4 Eagle Moon, or a 4 Eagle flag shirt.
I don't even know what that is.
Just 4 eagle heads shooting out of a shirt design. I don't get people that buy expensive wheels. Like, who looks at wheels on a car?
Rims, wheels.
Hey, look at this shirt. The big ass eagle. Did I tell you all about the pond I used to, the one I called the duck pond I was fishing at? They cut down all the trees except for like 3 or 4 of them. Place is like mowed down. There's another wrestling guy. This is like his church. His church has like an impact thing on it with the cross is a letter T. I think it's like Impact Wrestling Church he goes to. Fucking Randy Savage with Batman. Yeah, Impact Christian Church. They will fucking give you the elbow drop for Jesus off of a double ladder.
I showed you my church, right? The Western Church, Cowboy Church.
No.
It's just literally a bunch of old people singing Western gospel, like bluegrass.
Did they do Fox on the Run?
No, but
my dad's band
like,
used to do that.
Like half of them are.
Did they do Dooley from the Andy Griffith Show?
No.
You don't do some good bluegrass.
Well, it's more like gospel. But it's all gospel songs, but it's done in bluegrass and like guitar and all that, you know.
See if you recognize this song.
You bring your string and instrument, Sheriff? Oh, I didn't think we'd have time for any music.
Sandy Griffith.
Well, how about Dooley?
Now Dooley was a good old man, he lived below the mill. Dooley had 2 daughters and a party gal, and still one gal watched the boiler, the other watched the spout, and Mama corked the bottles when old Dooley fetched them out. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a smaller and I'll pay you back someday. The revenuers came for him, slipping through the woods. Dooley kept behind them all and never lost his goods. Now Dooley was a trader when into town he'd come. Sugar by the bushel and molasses by the drum.
Recognize this song? Are you watching the stream?
I might be able to watch, but it'll mess my Discord up on my phone.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Let me play you some.
Now I remember very well the day old Dooley died. The women folk looked sorry and the men stood around and cried.
Yeah?
Just showed that people eating those dirt cookies to the old people who live here in that apartment. And they were like laughing because they were like, they kept, one of the guys was like,
idiots.
Surely if you could buy get sugar and butter, you could find some flour or something. I'm
They're
like,
not putting sugar and butter in it.
No, in the comments of the video, it says the way they make the dirt cookies, they make sugar and butter with it.
Oh.
If you go back to that video and look at just the description. But I mean, like, it just seemed absurd. Oh, Roger's left again.
So the dirt just basically takes the place of flour.
Yeah, but it still sounds gross. Like, 'cause it's contaminated soil with, like, who knows if there's lead or like,
Seems like they had a whole process of putting it in baskets and stepping on it.
Yeah,
Putting it in
So
some
they're like
water.
running through a filter, like a finer filter each stage. Like you can see them like
That's
pushing through.
fine,
Kind of like
fine
what you do
dirt.
with like pulp.
Yes,
Trying to
but like,
extract something.
Just eat the dirt cookie, Austin. Just eat the dirt cookie.
They're like, oh, we gotta make sure there's no razor blades or some other broken metal or glass in our cookies.
It's not like they have like Food and Drug Administration in Africa, like making sure
that's
everything's legit.
Oh, someone has a recipe for them here.
If I make a dirt cookie, should I do that? I don't think I have that kind of dirt. This is like red clay. Even Rogers came down here and he's like, "Why is your dirt all red down there?"
Red?
Yeah, we live on like a red
Orca
clay
dirt?
place.
Like a
He's used to potting soil dirt just out and around, like in the ground out there in Illinois, wherever he lives. He's got some fine dirt.
Hard times cooking recipe.
Oh, you remember Froggy Fresh? Oh, is it baddest?
He's trying to explain that pregnant women would crave these dirt cookies.
This pops off from the start. 2012.
Yeah. We back up in this. Y'all already know.
I see she's like pushing it through the claw.
The baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't miss.
I mean, by today's standards, it's actually good.
Yeah,
She see my stacks. I bet you
Yeah.
that she calls you know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money,
That's
then
better
I
than
don't
most
mess
rap
with
songs that
y'all.
come out today.
Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't bird tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. I had to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives.
Infinity
I would
knives.
punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I like your farting fire with my rhymes. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so
Tasty,
many
and you're
girls.
gonna take tiny bites.
Made out with
The video I was
every
watching, the
girl
guy's
in the
taking like
world.
giant bites of this cookie and eating it. What are you watching that's funny?
The baddest.
Froggy Fresh.
Froggy Fresh.
Did I ever re-upload my video where I'm playing Far Cry on a boat?
I think so.
No, guess I didn't. Man, Far Cry 5 was so good. I feel like it teaches you what it's like to be on drugs.
They just had a new video I saw, or I heard on the radio, for the new one.
What is the new one?
Far Cry 6.
Where does it take place?
I don't know. I haven't even seen anything about it yet.
I remember seeing it, but I can't remember.
Let's see.
We back in Africa? Oh.
Caribbean Island.
Let's see this.
Guapo, you listen. Rule 16. The guerrilleros' revolution never ends.
It's gonna be.
Another war, another cantina, another ugly bartender.
Juan Cortez.
What do you think gave it away, Guapo?
Guapo.
Fucking waste of time.
Can you whistle?
What?
Nah, you can't whistle.
Oh shit. Alligator pit.
Rule number 1. A good guerrilla.
Dying Light 2, that's one of the games I'm looking forward to. Forgot about that one.
Hope it's good. There's so many games that came out recently that were shit, weren't they? Some issue with like two of them.
Oh, the end of the year.
Apparently Biomutant's really bad.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Biomutant, and then there was another one that was bad.
It's like #1 Steam seller. Biomutant, I saw.
Well, isn't there some, I saw a video saying that, like, a lot of people like it and a lot of people don't like it.
Even do-it-yourself vehicles.
Cuban, whatchamacallit car? I don't know.
I'll watch the buy before you buy.
It's like the Just Cause 2 same setting. They should have done like India? Wait, Far Cry? Where would you do another Far Cry game? I don't know. They already did like where's 4 at? Mount Everest kind of area. Nepal.
It does look really weird. In the
You need a place that has a lot of exotic animals.
I see why people don't like this Biomutant game. It just looks weird. It's like
Should you do a Far Cry Alaska? That makes sense.
they did Far Cry Primal. I enjoyed that one.
8 minutes, shit, right?
Yeah, Far Cry Primal was crazy. I was like riding woolly mammoths, destroying villages, and running around with my big fucking club and smucking people with it. There was other shit like later on. I defeated like the fire tribe and learned how to make fire bombs.
They should make an Assassin's Creed game that's like Far Cry. Where instead of using your knife, you're like stabbing people with your hidden blades.
Well, they did have Assassin's Creed Valhalla thing recently where it was all Viking.
I need to get that. I did download. Let's see what I got the other day. Days Gone.
Earlier.
I was trying to play Days Gone. It's really bad. It's on rails, really hard.
It's another one that got shit reviews is Days Gone, right?
A friend of mine at work likes it, but he's farther along into it.
It's kind of sad that classic WoW servers are all dead now that TBC's come out.
What have they done to Cyberpunk? Is it still shitty?
Yes, I haven't heard any news about it.
Nothing crazy.
Somebody made a video saying that they fixed the cops, and then it was just a joke. Like, he drove past some cops, and then one of them like teleported into his passenger seat and got out. It's like, whoa. Have they updated Phasmophobia? I think they added some new ghosts or something.
I think so. One of my friends was playing it the other day, and she was saying they added like new shit without even like telling you what it is in the changelog. So she's playing a level that she's done before, and then like something new jumped out.
That's pretty cool.
I'm looking for like Valheim to come up with some new shit, and all these other games could coming up with just like visual updates. I'm like, I don't care about that. I want more content.
Oh, what about this game, Deep Rock Galactic?
We've got that.
Oh, any new updates?
I don't know.
Update on plan modding support. That'd be fucking sweet.
Planned obsolescence. The game. I had a bunch of new ideas for my game idea, but I can't remember what they were. Alright, I think I need to go to bed.
Go to bed.
Or just chilling, eating sandwiches anyway. Put some broccoli on it else.
Broccoli, yeah. Get some fiber, Austin.
Yeah, I need to have, yeah, I got some in the fridge I need to eat.